Hold on. First and foremost, we got to make sure the doggone mic is working. Because I'm slightly concerned that maybe the mic is not working. Hold on. Give me a second now. Work with me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Are we good? Oh, Jesus. Am I loud? Am I good? Am I good? Am I loud? Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me turn it down. Let me turn it down. Turn down the dog. Let me shut off. Then mute the goddamn thing. All right. Hold on now. Let me turn it down. I feel like I'm live. Or I'm loud, I should say. All right. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Are we good? All right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, live from Atlanta, Georgia. I was supposed to be at a mixer event, a mansion party, if you will. Now, I don't know anybody who owns a mansion, nor do I have contacts who own mansions. However, I was happy enough to be invited as a +1, but I said, man, it's game 4 of the NBA Finals, and with all due respect, I've hung out with all these individuals before, and I'm going to see them tomorrow, so why not go live with my people for game 4? Now, there's a little bit of dissension because I went to, and yes, the horn is still going, but we're going to keep it going, because I went to game 3 2 nights ago only to watch my Miami Heat take an L for now the 5th consecutive playoff game that I've attended live. I went to game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals last year against the Celtics in Miami. Miami won. I went to game 2. They lost. I went to 2 games in the semifinals against the Knicks. Game 2, game 5. Miami lost. I went to game 5 in Boston of the conference finals. Miami lost. I went to game 3 of the NBA finals. Miami lost. So here we are, game 4. Rather than go to Miami, I said, let me stay my black ass somewhere else. And we are here live in Atlanta for game 4 of your 2023 NBA Finals game highlight commentary. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, 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 good evening. Perhaps I ought to stop going to games. I done bought tickets for game 6, if there is indeed a game 6, which I expect there to be. And let me tell you something right now. I would be damned if Miami was in a position where they're up 3-2 in the series and they win 2 consecutive games with an opportunity to close things out. I have a chance to watch a championship coronation and they lose in front of me, let alone an opportunity to force 7. If they're down 3-2 and they lose a championship in front of me, I'm going to be sick one way or another. Come game 6, if there is indeed a game 6, I'm either going to be happily ecstatic or I'm going to be absolutely miserable. So, kudos. I really hope Miami takes care of business. I would have loved if this series ended in 5 so I wouldn't mess around and have no particular kinds of, crazy stress in favor of Miami, of course. But now, in order for myself to go back to Miami for a game 6, Miami cannot afford to lose any of the future games. So there is that. Nevertheless, I appreciate you guys. Let me know if in the event there is some issues with the Wi-Fi. I am a Diamond member here at the Hilton, so with that being the case, somebody gifted me a Diamond. They stayed a good amount of days. I think they stayed, when you stay like 60 nights, you can gift somebody a Diamond membership. So shout out to my primary quarterly appointment, getting that done for me. But one way or another, but I'm here alone, so Escort City. Well, in one way or another, I appreciate you guys being in the doggone stream. Let's go down before we go into the list, we're going to say hello to the individuals. Akira put 10 on, said Mortal Kombat 1 hype, indeed. Broken Brother Ball put 5 on, said instead of the usual fuck the Bronx, can we get the fuck the Hulk Hogan in memory of Sheiky Baby? Yes, indeed, rest in peace to the Iron Sheik. If not, the best follow on Twitter. OJ was a pretty good follow, but none was funnier than the Iron Sheik, so may he rest in peace. And fuck the Hulk Hogan. Fucking bullshit. Peyton put 5 on and said, glad to know this man's alive. Mr. GH2 is on the way to the hotel to whip your ass. Can I get a yeah? Indeed you can. Now, I will say this much. I do not know if there are individuals who are in, or I should say occupying the rooms next to me. So if in the event somebody were to knock on the door while we are live, I shall walk over there. Only thing I have to defend myself here is one of those gas station Slurpees this here straw, which happens to be somewhat elongated. So this will have to be my weapon of choice for the evening, as I can't obviously travel with the blade of Captain Levi or the blade of Roronoa Zoro. So one of the way or the other, it's going to have to be these two fists here if I happen to find myself in a position of an altercation. But Game 4 getting ready to tip off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go down the list. Say hello to the people in the building. Malone, Mr. Ace, Kai Brown, Randy Squared, Manny, Braylon, Daniel, Ant White, Shubble. What's going on? Chrome Dome, DF, Akira Coops, Sam Soto, KT Chris, Black Token Guy, Wimpy, Dusty, Hazard, Dev, Landell, Jabbar, Marquise, Anthony, Lawrence, Sean, Damo, Piano, Ravencroft, Jamal, Rodney, DJ, Hoops. Oh, there's a tip off. Mr. GH2 in the building. I'm in your city. I messaged you on Discord. I received the marriage invite, or I should say wedding invite rather than marriage invite. Gabe, oh wow, Gabe Vincent starts out the game. Huge 3. It's a brick. And here we go. Black Freakazoid. Jalen, what's going on? Set up what I'm drinking tonight. Shit, I got this here 7-Eleven, or I should say gas station Slurpee, because it wasn't a 7-Eleven. It wasn't a was it QT? No, it wasn't QT. What the hell was it called? It was just some sort of food mart, something of that nature, and that's where I got this from. So there's that, and I got some water. There ain't no alcohol or anything of that nature here tonight. So there is that. Brandon, what's going on? James said, what's my pick'ems? I'm glad that you brought that up. Ooh, Bam Adebayo gets inside, gets himself a bucket. Now, let's take a look at my pick'ems right now. If you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use the promo code Adonis if you have not already, and participate in the pick'ems. Yes, or I should say Game 3, when I was at the game and unfortunately Miami took an L, would you believe I actually got myself a W? That's 62 Dura and 50 cents. What did I happen to go over there and win? I got my hands on what? Kyle Lowry, literally one basket. That late basket in the fourth quarter cost me $250, but nevertheless, KCP did nothing. Michael Porter did nothing. Kevin Love never turned it over, and Caleb Martin was able to go and get a layup that gave him 10 in the fourth quarter as well. So I did win myself 62 Dura. So I would say it's up. What is the terminology? It's up and it's stuck. But nevertheless, here are my pick'ems right now from where we stand. I have here. Let me wait for it to refocus. There we go. Michael Porter not having a good day like he's been doing all finals long. I should say since Game 2. Then Kyle Lowry having more points than Cardavius Caldwell Pope. Gabe Vincent outscoring Bruce Brown. Bam Adebayo outscoring Jamal Murray, and then of course Caleb Martin having a better day than Aaron Gordon. And then they had a promotion on the pick'em here with Jimmy Butler just has to score one basket. Michael Porter, of course, having a bad day. Then Kevin Love, not scoring much points. Bruce Brown not having a great day. And then last but not least, Bam Adebayo getting me at least 11 rebounds. So that is where I'm at on my pick'ems. Come halftime, we'll pick up probably one more pick'em. We might just go high depending on where the game is. But if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdogs Fantasy app. Use the promo code Adonis. Gabe Vincent in the corner. Can't get the 3 to fall. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on Max Strus. One way or another, Miami is hustling. And make sure you click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use the promo code Adonis, and make sure you participate in the pick'ems. And if you're in one of the qualifying states, magnificent. If not, hop in a car, go to a qualifying state, come on back after you make your doggone pick'em. That's a whole lot, but if you got the money to do so, feel free to do it. All right, Broken Brother Ball for 5 on said, am I aware that one of my IG followers is an actor currently airing Cayman Riders series Jeets? No, I did not know that. Congratulations to that individual. That's what's up. Crow Sticks for 5 on said, yeah, hello there, Crow Sticks. How is it going? Q said, I'm sorry, Chiseled, you got the Nuggets winning in 5. Let it be known in the comment section who you guys got winning. Let me tell you something right now. Miami was on fire. The crowd was on fire. When Caleb Martin went on that 8-point swing by himself, man, it was deafening inside of that stadium. But fucking Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic was just too much. But you want to know what the X factor was? Kristen Brown, because it's actually pronounced Brown. You guys had told me already it's pronounced Brown. KCP wide open for 3. You guys had told me already that it's pronounced Brown, but it's spelled Braun. So I just figured I'll just keep saying Kristen Braun. But whatever the case may be, that dude was the difference maker. He was completely the difference maker. Oh, Miami just turning the basketball over, not playing with a whole lot of energy there. Aaron Gordon going to try to get inside. They're going to call a block. Indeed, that's the right call. Block on Kevin Love. But that dude was a difference maker, man. Like, you talk about energy, that dude just simply comes in, and there's no slowing down whatsoever. Ant White said, you got Butler on the 05 points, Bam more points and rebounds than Murray, and assists. All right, fair enough. Fair enough right there. Kasha in the building. How's it going? KT Chris said, did I see your chat? No, I didn't. No, I did not. Should I scroll up? I will scroll up. Jeffrey, what's going on? Shubble said, Tom Grossi going to be in Pittsburgh tomorrow. You plan to attend the meet and greet? You plan to convert him to Steeler Nation? Soon it'll be Grossi Posse Steeler Nation. Well, good luck with that. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's worth the shot. He's got nothing but pain in his future, allegedly, of course, because we don't know what's going to happen with Jordan Love. Well, we shall find out. Miami trailing by 5 early. 7-2 is the score. Damn Rudy put 5 on us. It's up, Chiseled, with a heavy heart. You lost your brother-in-law at 4 a.m. this morning. Jesus Christ, my condolences, brother. Last thing he watched was your rant on July 4th. Thank you. Good Lord. Wow, that's incredible to hear. The last thing that he watched was my rant on July 4th. Well, I hope that he went out with a laugh. And I know you've been holding on for some time. If I'm not mistaken, it's gone back, about 3-4 months, maybe even longer, if my memory suits me correctly. So shout out to him. He kept on fighting until the very end. And I'm glad I could form, or I should say be some form of a, not necessarily a distraction, but some sort of a beacon of light in the twilight of his life. So, rest in peace to that brother, man. Rest in peace to that brother. I know you always pop in here, and we have our fun with our back-and-forth banter, but I truly do appreciate you always showing love every single doggone stream, and I appreciate your brother-in-law as well for being a subscriber, supporter, and viewer of the content. So F's in the chat for Rudy, Damn Rudy's brother, man. F's in the chat for Damn Rudy's brother. Because he's been in here damn near every single stream, if I'm not mistaken, man. And he disclosed that months ago and still found a way to be upbeat, found a way to be jubilant, found a way to be here and be in good spirits. So it's only right that we pay tribute to his brother by having a very phenomenal stream in his honor. So F's in the chat for that brother, man. May he rest in peace. I don't have any adult beverage to toast to him, but I do have this here. So cheers to your brother. May he rest in peace. Tie game 7-7 midway through the first quarter. I think there was a timeout or a foul. Oh, no, that's a foul. That's a timeout coming from Mike Malone. Timeout coming from Mike Malone. Crow Sticks for 5-1 said, you was in Miami sowing your seeds. Hashtag NPO, no pullout. Sir, what are you talking about sowing your seeds? You on your Zion Williamson? Fun fact, I have a video on Zion Williamson. But as I was getting ready to go ahead and go live with the video, another woman came forward. So now we're at porn star, one OnlyFans chick, and a baby mama who nobody really knows what she does. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's somewhat of a realtor. So I have to make sure I gather all of the stuff. But I do have a video on EDP. So that one, I was going to set it to go live today, but I had no clue. The drive from the airport to Alpharetta is a little bit. It was about like an hour. There was like a 20-minute crash. So by the time I got here, I didn't have time to go ahead and get that stuff, situated. So as you can see here, can I clean here? Let me open up the computer so you can see I have that EDP queued up to go. I'm gonna put it up on Patreon, so the patrons, y'all see my video on EDP. Later on this evening after the stream is done. But cause see right here, wait a minute here. Yes, as you can see, video on EDP, because there was a bit of traffic, I couldn't go ahead and upload it. So you see I said EDP right there. So I had a video on EDP I was fixing to go live with today. So it was supposed to be a double upload day, but traffic ended up not letting that happen. I'm not about to sit over here and try to get stuff situated while we live, but that video will come out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. EDP Chris Tyson, and there is that. Now, Mr. GH2 Patu said that looks like QT or Racetrack Cup. Let me see. Yeah, it's it might. I don't think it was QT because I was across the street from a QT. So I don't know if they have like two competing QTs or something, but it was right across the street from the Waffle House in Alpharetta. So I ate at the Waffle House, and then I came over here. So I figured let me just grab something quick. Hotel room Adonis. Yes, indeed, I'm down in Atlanta. I have a little bit of business down here trying to get things set up. And stay tuned. We have something very special coming down from when I was in Miami in the future. So we're working our way up from there. Jeff in the building. What's going on? Jalen said, man, you got to be positive in life always. God is always going to give you good moments and bad. Just got to keep pushing. You know what I mean? Love you and love your videos, gang. Yes, indeed. I appreciate you. And that's very, very, very true what you stated. Because a lot of times, there's ups and downs, and like I always say, life is a roller coaster. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your peaks, you're going to have your valleys. But because there are peaks, you must know there will be valleys. Because there are valleys, you must know there will be peaks. The problem that we run into is we tend to think that we can dictate how long the peaks last, how long the valleys last. This is very important, all right? I would say somebody clip this. Well, feel free to clip it if you like. But one way or another, we think we can dictate the length of the peaks or the length of the valleys. So when we find ourselves in the valley, we find ourselves on the low end of the roller coaster, we think, well, we've been here for 3 months, it should be over now. No, what if I told you about to be at the bottom for 2 years? All right? No Jason Collins, because he's a bottom of a different particular kind of persuasion. You know, it's June, so it's Rainbow one way or another. We're not talking about that right now. When you're in the bottom, you just got to have that optimism to know that you're fixing to get yourself up out of there, right? And the roller coaster is going to have an upturn. So you just got to make sure you stay consistent, you stay positive, you keep working until you get up out that doggone funk. But it's while you're in the funk, it absolutely sucks. So it dilutes, the way that you see the world. It dilutes the way that you view yourself. It dilutes, the optimism that you naturally have, and then thus the pessimism increases. And then you feel as if you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So you just got to make sure you always have a positive, somewhat, I don't want to say ingenuity, but you have a positive mindset through and through that you can always push through. Because the moment that you know that you're capable, I promise you, things will work out in your favor. Peyton said, come on now. Hey, listen, I can't, I don't want to say I can't control myself because I believe that I can. But since my late teacher, Mr. Baffa, may he rest in peace, one of my top 3 biggest influential teachers that I ever had. He had told me, and he was the first teacher who ever said, like, yo, you need to, speak your truth, or I don't want to say speak your truth, but he's like, yo, you naturally have a very, not only funny personality, but it's a very unique personality that you have. Don't feel as if you can't say what it is that you want to say, or, share what's the first thing that pops into your mind. Because whether it's good, whether it's bad, you own it, right? And be yourself. I'm like, you know what, Mr. Baffa, you right. Fun fact, after we had that conversation, 2 weeks later, right after parent-teacher conference, he died. Got hit by a drunk driver. Am I devastated till this day? I can't necessarily say I'm over it. It does bother me. I would have loved to see him still be here, but it is what it is. But I do have what he gave me, which was 2 containers, like storage containers. I still have them till this day. Perhaps I'll do a behind-the-scenes video to cover that. Also, to Patreon, I'm actually going to commit to doing the behind-the-scenes. I never really wanted to do behind-the-scenes for things because I never really thought, people really was interested in that stuff because I didn't think I had extensive, logs of behind the scenes. But they're like, you know what? Nah, you should just share what it's like so people know. So I said, all right, I'm going to start doing some behind the scenes. So I recorded what my setup inside this hotel room is. So the people who happen to be on Patreon, y'all fixing to go ahead and get that. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Damn Rudy Patuan said, gonna run one to tell you. Thank you guys from us all. Amen. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Try your best to stay positive and live the remainder of your days moving forward in his honor. So, and that with being your brother-in-law, man. Hey, listen, to your spouse and everything else, hey, my condolences. Malik said, Nuggets should bench Michael Porter. They just might. They just might next game because 3 straight games of struggling, you might want to consider starting Christian Brown. However, you do run the risk with starting Christian Brown of completely messing up the chemistry of the offense, because here's the one thing a lot of people overlook. It's spacing. Spacing is incredibly important. If you have a starting 5 and you have this chemistry, because the Nuggets have been healthy the entire playoffs, right? So with that being the case and them being healthy the entire playoffs, you don't have a problem as it pertains to, the spacing of your offense, or the spacing of the way that the flow and the chemistry of your squad. So with that being the reality of the situation, if you now make a switch in the NBA Finals, and now you have Michael Porter coming off of the bench, that's an interesting shift that you have here. So we shall see what things will look like come Game 5, but it all depends. Because if the Nuggets win here tonight, why switch them? You're one win away from the NBA Finals. Leave it the way that it is. Overall, for Miami, they made the switch of bringing in Kevin Love. He was incredible in Game 2. He didn't score much. He only gave you 6 points. But those 10 boards was huge. So here in Game 3, he didn't really do too much. Game 4, he's going to have to get his hands on some boards. So there is that. Oscar said, you got enough to buy your ticket for WrestleMania. Hey, that's beautiful. I'm happy to hear that. I look forward to seeing you there. I ain't got my ticket yet, but I will when they go on sale. Are they on sale? Dwayne, put 5 on sale. How did I join? How did I join my Spirit airline? No. I flew on Spirit one time. When I made the video, it was, I don't know whose original video it was, but I flew JetBlue, right? Both to Miami, back to New York, and then to Atlanta, and I'm flying back on Sunday evening with JetBlue as well. I flew Spirit one time, and that was to Miami. What was that? Last year? Yeah, but you know what's funny? I don't know why. There's people like, oh man, haha, that's real funny, but it's not your video. It's clearly edited. Well, no shit. It's a reaction in the midst of the video. I don't know. People think everything on the internet is real. You shouldn't be that doggone, vague. Or I shouldn't say vague. You shouldn't be that naive. That's the terminology that I'm looking for. Gabe Vincent clearly traveled. How don't they call travel? Oh, well, one way or another. It's a turnover regardless. It's going back to Denver. Did Braun check in? No, he did not. I said Braun. It's Brown. It's Brown. Ms. J. Super 2 saying you must have gone to Shell on Old Milton. Was it Shell? I don't know what the name is. I have no clue what the name is. The receipt is inside the car. Mask on or off? Put 5 on and said, I've been watching your streams for a minute, and I needed the speech about highs and lows. You're trying to stay positive as you can, and the streams help. Yeah, I'm glad that I could help, man. I'm glad that I could help. Because that's incredibly important, man. That's incredibly important. Jokic, great pass inside. Gordon can't get the basket to fall. No foul call. They're going to try to go. Nope, they're not. Good pass. Adebayo, go straight up. Oh, Jesus Christ. What are they doing? Max Strus corner. Caleb Martin. Is he going to try to get inside? Yes, he is. No foul call. Got his own rebound. Can he go up and get fouled? No, he can't. He got himself a bucket. They're going to cut it to 2, but they better get back on defense. Wow, Jimmy Butler already on the bench. Interesting. Caleb Martin checks Jimmy Butler to the bench in the first quarter. He's, on average, played the entirety of the first quarters. That's interesting. And Nikola Jokic has played damn near the entire first quarter as well. Oh, it looked like Jimmy, Zeller, and Kyle Lowry was getting set to check in, and actually Eric Spoelstra called them back. Back over to Kevin Love. They got 8 seconds here. They better do something. Don't take the 3, Vincent. Don't take the 3, Vincent. Don't take the 3, Vincent. Don't take the 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Vincent took the 3. They're saying Jimmy is hurt, or at least not 100%. No, he already wasn't. That injury that he had against New York, that was a problem for him. You could see that it was an ailment, but he played through it, right? Because Jimmy could play through injury to a particular degree, but one way or another, there's still the aggressiveness that has to exist there. And that's my problem that I have, because with the moment that you're on the court, you've got to play basketball. You got to play basketball, period. So the moment that you're on the court, you got to play to the max of your ability. Calvin said, so what's my initial reaction to the falling off the wheel during the takeoff? I mean, it wasn't real, but I mean, if that was me, what the fuck? That's the first thing I'd have been saying. What the fuck? So there's that. Peyton said Mr. GH2 was about to drive down to the airport, make sure that I was there myself. Well, what do you know? Oh, yes, and family issues. If I'm not mistaken, Jimmy's father is sick as well. But even with that, and I don't even want to try to undermine that particular kind of situation, you in the game, you got to do what you got to do, one way or another. It's difficult, but you almost got to go do what you got to do. Marshall said, Bruce, go get him. Go get him, Bruce. He's getting away. Alejandro said you would have pulled Captain America. and jumped on the plane. Well, good luck with that. I ain't doing that. They got to do, what was it in was it in the Middle East where the person opened up the emergency door on the flight? Thought shit was sweet. I'm pretty sure they got jail time in their future. Todd said no sound effects tonight. What you mean no? Well, I mean no echoes or amplification of the voice. My mind's going blank right now. But of course we got clips. What are you talking about? We got clips for days. Let's beat up some Crips.
Fight back, nigga.
We always got clips. Why'd you go out to Atlanta? I had to go see the plug.
You buy 14 grams of crack. Then you sell it.
Who was on crack?
Come on now. We always got clips. Porn star Zion, ain't that the truth? Porn star Zion. What do I think about the CP3 sweepstakes and the Harden sweepstakes? You say CP3 to the Lakers and Harden to the Suns. The Harden is most likely going to go back to Houston. CP3, I actually believe will go to Miami. Initially, I thought Miami would trade to go and get CP3, but the fact that he's getting released now makes things interesting because I do believe at the conclusion of this season, Kyle Lowry is going to retire. If Miami wins the championship, Kyle Lowry definitely will retire. If Miami doesn't win the championship, Kyle Lowry most likely will end up getting released. So with that being the case, I think for Miami, getting somebody like CP3, that works well because Gabe Vincent most likely is going to go get paid elsewhere. So you need to go and get yourself, somebody else. So I do believe that him to Miami. But Damian Lillard also spoke about wanting to come to Miami. But the only issue with that is for him, you're going to have to trade to get Damian Lillard versus signing Chris Paul. But I do think Chris Paul will end up wherever the fuck LeBron is at. I think they should move heaven and earth to make sure they get him because Austin Reeves is going to leave. Somebody's fixing to go and pay him a lot of money. So with that being the case, get Chris Paul and trade AD. Chicago? No, I don't think it's going to be Chicago. Kai said giving up on Gabe Vincent. No, I'm not giving up on Gabe Vincent. He's going to get paid. Somebody's going to trade. No, not trade for him. If I'm not mistaken, Gabe Vincent's about to be a free agent. I would love for him to stay in Miami, but I think somebody's going to throw a contract at him, and by all means, go get your money. Yup, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent next year. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent, and somebody's going to pay him a shit ton of money. Oh, Jokic turned his ankle. Yeah, Jokic turned his ankle. He's currently on the bench, but I think he's going to be able to play through. These ankle injuries are tough. Where is he right now? Is he getting treatment? I don't see Jokic, though. Oh, no, he's still on the floor. I'm bugging. Yeah, he turned his ankle, but it doesn't seem as if it was so, strenuous to where he's not able to do what he wants to do. Oh, Christian Braun nearly turned it over. Zeller guarding outside. That's about to be a quick foul. Oh, good pass. Bruce Brown tries a three. It's a brick. Rebound by Butler. Still trailing by 5 there. Let me see if Max Strus contract. I don't think somebody's going to be throwing a lot of money at Strus, though. He's also going to be a free agent as well. Caleb Martin, I think his Oh, there's a basket right there for Miami. Caleb Martin's contract, he signed a 3-year back in 21. Yeah, so he has he's still under contract, so he's going to still be there. But Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, and one more person is going to come up free. I was supposed to check for Kyle Lowry. Yeah, Jokic is out there. I'm in a Genjutsu. Kyle Lowry's contract, I think he signed a 3-year contract? No, it was a 3-year contract with the Raptors back in 2020. Kyle Lowry, no, he's still under contract for next season. Oh, damn, that's $29 million. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Kyle Lowry might not dip. Oh, wow, Kyle Lowry puts in a 3. Tie game, 18-all, 41 seconds remaining. Habitual line stepper said Chiseled definitely on that 14 grams tonight. Trade AD for the Lakers. I do believe trade AD. Miami on a 7-0 run, but this don't mean shit because they've gone on numerous 7-0 runs in Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, but they haven't been able to push through when they have those runs. And what do you know? Jokic goes and gets himself a quick foul. But tie game, 18 apiece, 26 seconds left to go here in the first, ladies and gentlemen. Malcolm said trade AD for who, though? That's a very good point. Now, I think you want to go out there, and for sure, you want to get a big power forward or a center, in my opinion, that can complement LeBron's game. I don't think he needs a jump shooting center. No, Miles Turner just signed a new contract, and I don't think he would work well in a LeBron-styled offense. I'm thinking power forwards here. Good look. Could you imagine if Zion? Well, Zion's not healthy, but they're definitely not going to move on from him. No, Clark. I don't believe that he's going to end up leaving Memphis. You don't need a superstar. I don't think LeBron would need a superstar big, but if you can get a power forward who can, no, Karl Anthony Towns is too soft. Karl Anthony Towns is too soft. I don't think he would be able to work in a LeBron James styled squad because guess what? You join the LeBron James styled squad, the pressure comes on you because whoever's the number 2 star or whatever the case may be, you're gonna deal with a little bit of scrutiny. He's too soft. Zion, Haslam, it's not happening. No, Jaren Jackson's going absolutely nowhere. He's going nowhere. No, Miami needs a true big. That's why I wanted them to go out there and go make a move for Miles Turner, but they didn't. So it is what it is. They ended up, getting Kevin Love, which I have no issue with because he can shoot. Because Miami has the shooters, but Kevin Love is not playing those minutes. So it is what it is. No, Dwight Howard, it's over. It's over. Yeah, I don't know what the hell the ref was doing, fam. The refs have been piss poor this entire series, bruh. This entire series, and you can argue the whole playoffs. Oh, wow, Jimmy Butler puts in a 3 to end the first quarter, and Miami goes to the break leading by 21-20 to end the first quarter. No, here's the thing. Julius Randle would actually be a good move to play alongside LeBron James. I'm all for that, and to tell you the truth, and I talked about this numerous times with my friends, I do believe that the Knicks will move on from Julius Randle. I think Jalen Brunson should be the guy who pushes them forward. R.J. Barrett, he's streaky. He's streaky. I think Julius Randle is more consistent than Barrett, but with the style of play of everything, I would not be surprised if they moved on from him. So one way or another, there's definitely some things that's there. Ayton could be a move as well. I think that one can work as well. It all depends on what transpires. But I like Ayton. I like Randle. Don't like Cat. I like Ayton. Like Randle. And if there were not Jared Allen, that doesn't work. He's primarily on defense. And if there was one other person, no, not Porzingis. I don't think it would work for Porzingis. You need a 4 or 5 if you want to move for AD, because you can pick up some scorers, a point guard, but I think they need to pick up a big, and I don't think they're going to find a big in just like in free agency that they could go ahead and pick up. Vujovic actually would be a pretty good move. Vujovic would be a good move. Clint Capella, I don't know. Vujovic would be a good move. I like that. Christian Wood. It's not bad. Christian Wood, not bad. Marco Patuan said, glad Spirit Airlines didn't take my Spirit. Yes, indeed. Oh, that reminds me. There was a video I was supposed to. Let me see if they posted on wait, Steven Adams tried to make himself. Oh, no, I remember seeing that. Did that video post? Oh, yeah, it did. Good God. Oh, I see. No. This is different. I thought this was the other individual there. I guess not. This person follows me. Oh, interesting. Yo, I think I should pay for the verification badge for Twitter and on IG. I think I should pay for it because I don't think it has the same sort of power that it did before. Not to say that it had power, but I think it actually had some status. But y'all think I should pay for the verification badge? No? Well, there it is. Say less. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. And I'll tell you why I thought maybe I should, right? Because I've always looked at it like, I want to get it organically. I'm just going to put in the verification, whatever. I have the numbers on YouTube, so I figured that would be enough to get me verified organically. But then now I think with Twitter, you must pay for it. And Instagram, I know if you have it organically, you're good. I don't think you have to pay for it. But if you wanted to pay for it, you can. I was sitting over there looking at IG like, man, I wonder if I should pay for it. But y'all say no, say less. Peyton said, unless the Adonis burner gets it. Well, that would be hilarious. Now, if the Adonis burner were to go ahead and pay for the verification, and then you search Chiseled Adonis and Adonis burner pop up first, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Don't do it, Adonis burner. Don't do it. Do I have enough clearance to say I don't give you permission? I can't control you. It's not like I can't control you. But hey, shout out to the Adonis burner, man. They were making original content, if I'm not mistaken, but like original reactions. Should keep doing that, man. That was pretty dope. Some good stuff. I wonder if it's working on TikTok. If there isn't no, Adonis Burner is on TikTok. So shout out to the Adonis Burner. East Blue Dude said, sorry, you want some of that Renner. What you talking about, Renner? Like Brittany Renner? Don't do that. Shaq dumbass was out there walking with her. Listen, let me find out Brittany Renner pregnant with Shaq baby. I'm going to find Shaq my doggone self. I'm going to run up on him. Hit him upside the doggone head, man. What's wrong with him? Bol is a free agent. You think you should get him to Miami. Miami drafted Bol. I stayed in, and in fact, I think it was the last time I was ever in an Applebee's. Oh, wow. Nikola Jokic actually ended up going to the back. Whoa, look at the food that they got out there. But Jokic just headed to the locker room so he could most likely get his shit taped up. But he'll be back on the floor. But last time I was in an Applebee's, I believe it was, what was it, the 2021? Oh, wow, what a block from Zella. The 2019 NBA draft, 2019, 2021. No, 2019, 2020. No, it had to be 19 or 18, one or the other. But I was there watching the NBA draft, begging for Miami to draft Bol. And what do you know? I'm the only motherfucker in the goddamn Applebee's. Like, yo, they gonna draft Bol. They draft him. Mind you, I'm a native New Yorker. Nobody gives a fuck at this point. They draft him. And what did they do? Traded his ass to Denver. I lost my doggone mind. I was sick because I actually really like Bol. I think if on the right squad, in the right system, he can be incredibly, incredibly beneficial to a squad. I don't need him out. Whoa, Kyle Lowry is wildin'. What the hell was that? Haterade put 220 on it, said Dr. Umar needs to visit Zion and Ja. Ain't that the truth? Because right now, I didn't come up with it because somebody on Twitter done said it. But right now, it's Thoughts and Glocks. The story of the 2019 NBA draft pick number 1 and 2. Thoughts and Glocks. All right, Zion Williamson, Ja Morant. It's ridiculous. They shooting percentage increase off the court, whether it be vaginas, whether it be guns and clubs. It's Thoughts and Glocks, 30 for 30, 2024. Now, who gets to 27 first? We shall see. Who does get to 27 first? I'm actually going to go ahead and say it's going to be Denver, who gets to 27 first. But I think it will be Miami, who gets to 28 first. Guns and buns. Ooh, I like that too. Guns and buns, Thoughts and Glocks. I like that. Marco Patuon said, my thoughts on the Spurs and their future. I like Wembanyama going there as well, and I think the Spurs, if they pair a squad around that guy and an additional, player as well, they can make something happen. But they got to rebuild that squad. And I don't know if Greg Popovich is going to coach another decade. I just don't see that happening. So with that being the reality of the situation, whoever follows Pop will carry the Spurs moving forward. But I think Pop will put them in a position, but it's going to take some years to make that happen. Unless Wembanyama comes straight out the gate, averaging like fucking 27 and changes the culture of San Antonio back to what Tim Duncan and company established. I'm not saying immediate championship, but I'm talking about playoff contending, playoff threat, contender, not pretender kind of squad. So that's what needs to happen, for them. That's where I'm at on that. Because at first, remember, I said Pop would coach until he gets the all-time record and then retire. And then his wife died 2 years ago. Or 3 years ago. And I said this back in 2018 when Kawhi was in the whole debacle and then ended up departing, right? And then when that happened, I said, ooh, I don't know, because it's either Pop just keeps coaching until he can't coach no more, or he retires having to deal with what happened with the personal life. He kept coaching, and it doesn't seem as if he's leaving. So, because Pop had said himself in like 2018, I'm going to coach for 2 years, and then his fucking wife died. So, there is that. Sir Chop said you just got home working 14 hours. What did you miss? You worked 14 hours, or did you get 14 grams?
You buy 14 grams of crack. Then you sell it.
Who was on crack?
25 is the score. Denver has an opportunity to get to 27. Remember what I said. Denver will get to 27 first, but Miami will get to 28. Aaron Gordon took a 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, fuck you guys. Denver's the first to 28, actually. Well, Miami's going to answer. They're going to put in a 3 here. Goddamn bastards. Come on now. Bam Adebayo is going to work. Wait. Oh, that's got to be a basket right there, Bam. That's got to be a basket right there, Bam. You got to score on Christian Braun. Listen, Christian Braun is able to play basketball right there. Oh, there's a layup. Huge layup by the Browns. Oh, wait a minute. Why my TV just glitched? First one to, well, they didn't get to 27. So I can't put the 27. There's Duncan Robinson. There's a 3. 28. Told you guys they'd hit a 3, but unfortunately Denver hit a 3 first. Damn bastards. I did say they would hit a 3 next, but no 27, ladies and gentlemen. No 27s. I am disappointed. There's no, whoever gets the 27 points first, then we could play the 27. There's no 27s. Yeah, my TV's starting to glitch. Damn hotel television. Oh, wow. Aaron Gordon on the move. Oh, no, he traveled. Aaron Gordon traveled. Broken Brother Ball, Pafavon said, you just retweeted something and tagged me. Whoever runs the burner account needs to see. All right, let me go over to the, I'll head over to the Twitter world and see what's going on over there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, good God. I know she on OnlyFans. Bruh, I had no clue that Natalia's sister was on OnlyFans, bruh. Look at Natalia's sister. Tie game, 30-all. Look at Natalia's sister. Natalia's sister out there on OnlyFans, bro. And I talked about this with Natalia before. Natalia was in an incredibly vanilla, particular kind of relationship with Tyson Kidd, also known as TJ. You know, one way or another, they was out there on Total Divas talking about the only position they've ever did in 15 years was missionary. They only been with each other. Natalia never really got much attention from anybody because they always said she looked manly because she was a wrestler. Now that muscle mommies are now in style, and the thicker women are now in style, all the attention that she getting on social media, Natalia out there skinning out all the doggone time. I would not be surprised if she mess around and gives into temptation and does a move and fucks up her doggone family. I'm not wishing that on anybody, but Natalia be moving a little bit too weird, bruh. You damn near 40 or whatever. I'm not talking about you can't, feel sexy. You can't be out there, loving yourself or whatever the case is. But you cannot tell me Shorty is not going above and beyond looking for doggone validation. Whether it get the lip fillers or whatever the case may be, the pump or the lipo or whatever the case. Or it's not lipo, but it's something that I think it's Botox or something like that. You can't tell me that ain't the case, bro. You can't tell me that ain't the case. She moving crazy, bro. She been moving crazy for a while. She need to calm my ass down. Somebody need to go talk to her. You ain't got to try to compete with the ladies who just so happen to be younger than you. You've been married for now, if I'm not mistaken, 20 years. You've got the prize already. You don't need all this additional, validation from outside sources. You good where you at. Your husband absolutely loves you. You adore and love your husband. I would hope so. So, for her, get it together, bruh. Get it together. Her sister, though. Ooh, look at them milkies. Look at them mama milkies. Hee, shit. God damn. Yeah, but I was surprised to find out her sister was on OnlyFans. I was like, God damn. You come from a family of wrestlers. What do? I show off my body. But hey, it works. If you like it, I love it. Them Sims keep paying for it. DJ said, so you wouldn't bang a sister? Who said I wouldn't? That's recreational use only. Ain't nobody trying to wife that. Come on now. But what about the money that the family has? What makes you think that I'm going to have rights to that? Come on now. Where am I at? I'm currently in Atlanta, ladies and gentlemen. I'm currently inside of Atlanta in a hotel room. I was supposed to be at a mansion party, but I said, nope, I'm going to hang out with these individuals tomorrow. At the mansion? No. But I'm going to hang out with these individuals tomorrow. Why not go live now? So we are currently live right now. Braylon said, play the soundbite. What's the soundbite? What do you mean? Where's this coming from? Where's this coming from? What soundbite is that? You thought I had a soundbite? Yes, I did! Come on now. What we talking about? But I will say this much. Somebody got the leaks on Natty's sister OnlyFans. I'm about to be like... Come on now. Classic Adonis. That's a 7-year-old clip, bro. That is a 7-year-old clip. Oh wow. Oh, the Roman clip. Oh, come on now. Don't get me started now. Shit. Somebody leak him. Man.
God damn! I'm feeling horny. It's enough to get me hot. When I get in the proper position, you will suck my meat.
It's time! Bring them to me. I'm gonna give them the almighty stroke. What you're trying to do? Tell me what you're trying to do.
Nikola Jokic checks back into this game, ladies and gentlemen. Nikola Jokic checks back into this game, puts in a 3 immediately, and there's gonna be a foul on Miami in transit. Look how far this brother was, bruh. Look how far Jokic was, pulled up from 3. Such a fucking dynamic player. Akira put 10 on and said, I want in on that if possible. I need something to do tomorrow. Braylon put 2 and said, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I got it back now. I understood you. My apologies. But whoa, Braylon, you need to calm down. I'm feeling horny. I mean, I just played a clip. Am I one to talk? Nevertheless, good pass right there. Michael Porter got himself a dunk. And immediately, straight out the gate, Denver back up by 5. Straight out the timeout after Miami evened up the score at 30 apiece. Jamal Murray's got 3 assists and 6 points. Good pass by Duncan Robinson. Kyle Lowry, can he take the floater? He lays it up, and it's a brick. Oh, wow. Who the hell they call foul on? That's interesting. I guess they call the foul on Jokic. Is Jokic the new age Dirk? Actually, no. In fact, I'm not going to make an argument that Nikola Jokic is better than Dirk because I think it's too early to call that. But I will say this much. He's much more dynamic than Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki is the greatest shooting big of all time. I don't think there is an argument. When you talk about mid-range, you could probably say somebody like a Hakeem, Patrick Ewing, and countless other bigs. But without question, I think we can all come to a consensus. The greatest shooting big man is Dirk Nowitzki. However, right? Dirk and Nikola Jokic defensively, I think they're somewhat of the same, right? They're not defensive stoppers by any means, but Jokic is a better rebounder than Dirk. Jokic is a better passer than Dirk. Dirk is a better shooter than Jokic, but Jokic plays, I think, in this generation where there aren't as great defensive centers. Is that to his benefit? Yes, but Jokic is a facilitator as well. That Dirk wasn't. So, do I think that Jokic will potentially, if he continues with this same momentum, be better than Dirk? I say yes. But right now, currently, I cannot say he's better at the moment. So there is that. Braylon put 2 on said, have I watched any animes from the 80s and 90s? Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is one. And when did Monster come out? No, I don't think Monsters is a 90s anime. Dragon Ball Z, obviously. It escapes me. It really escapes. At the moment, I can't have one come off the top of my head. Yu Yu Hakusho to a degree. Yes. Pokemon. Maurice Patuan said Brittany Matthews makes my eyes bleed and vomit. I can imagine. Marshall said not better than Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. No, fuck no, he's not. Come on now, let's slow that down now. That's a creature of the moment right there, and I think that's why when people said if Jokic won 3 straight MVPs, what legacy does that put you? Because there's only 2 other guys, if I'm not mistaken, has won 3 straight MVPs. You had Larry Bird, you had Bill Russell, if I'm not mistaken, and that's the list of individuals who won 3 straight MVPs. So if Nikola Jokic won 3 straight MVPs, where does he rank amongst the greatest bigs of all time? So with that being the case, I understood why there's an argument, but I don't think there should be voters fatigue. I think when you have the best player in the game, you vote for who's had the best season, regardless if they kept winning. But whatever the case may be, oh wow, good move right there from Aaron Gordon. Grown man dunk right there. But one way or another, I think Jokic, if he keeps playing at the level that he's playing at, certainly has the potential to be there with the greatest of all time. Oh, Aaron Gordon got 11 points. Oh, I think he just fucked up my pick'em. I think he got 10 points in this quarter. Oh, Jesus Christ. He just fucked up my pick'em. I'm pretty sure that he did. Let me take a look at my pick'em. I'm pretty sure he just... Did he ruin one? Oh, no. He is ruining one. Oh, Michael Porter tried to take a 3. No, he didn't. He's got let me see. Here's what my pick'em is looking like right now. I'm going to call a foul. No, they're going to call an and one as well. Jimmy Butler, he's got, my points, of course. Michael Porter doing what I need him to do. Kevin Love doing what I need him to do. Bruce Brown doing what I need him to do. Well, actually, Bruce Brown is off to a very good start in the quarter, so I'm slightly concerned about that. Bam Adebayo got to go and get me some doggone rebounds. Then, over here, of course, Michael Porter not having the scoring thus far. Kyle Lowry at least taking care of business over KCP. Gabe Vincent got to get going because he doesn't have a single statistic, bruh. Gabe Vincent hasn't done shit but, draw fouls, or I should say, foul individuals and do cardio. He's got to do something. Bam Adebayo is taking care of business, and then Caleb Martin, I believe, is getting outplayed by Aaron Gordon at the moment right now. Denver, with their largest lead of this game, up by 7. Gabe Vincent got 3 fouls, 0 of 4 in 12 minutes. That is incredible. Oh, wow, what a move from Caleb Martin. Get you a layup, young man. Good Lord, that's a hell of a way to get inside. Yeah, Gabe been soggy. And you know what's funny? I would say there was I don't want to say a conspiracy, but oh, Jesus Christ, Nikola Jokic wide open for 3. Oh, it's a brick. But Gabe Vincent had 2 terrible fucking foul calls in Game 3. And it happened when Miami had a lot of momentum. Terrible fucking foul calls that took him off the floor when he just checked in. It was back-to-back as well. That shit was a fucking life breaker for Miami. I think that was terrible. It messed up their flow. It fucks up the rotation because their only point guards that they really run with is Kyle Lowry and Gabe Vincent. So if you now have Vincent that comes out the game, and I truly, in my opinion, the longer that Kyle Lowry stays on the floor, the more problems that ends up happening. But that shit was brutal. Yeah, MPJ got cooked just now. Daniel for 5 wants to say, hey Chiseled, glad that you are good because I saw that Spirit area video and you got worried. No reason to get worried. That wasn't actually my video. The reaction obviously was me, but the first one was not. It's like one of those reaction or remixes that you could put together between an original video and then another one. Daniel, pardon me, Dre said player ran into Gabe and he got the foul. No, but that one, he was in the wrong spot. His feet weren't set. So because that was the case, that one was a foul. But in game, like the one that they gave him against Jokic, that was bullshit. In Game 3, the one that I think it was Gordon or something, when it was right in front of Miami's bench, or I should say slightly near Miami's bench where Spoelstra is standing right now. That one was, I think it was the right call earlier in this game. But Gabe Vincent's foul trouble has been a problem here the last 2 games. He needs to be on the floor for Miami. Hero is still hurt, yes, and I don't think he's cleared to go ahead and move forward from that particular point. But I think he was supposed to be good, but I don't believe that they cleared him to go ahead and play. But truly, in my opinion, Game 5, he should play, and you bring him in to go get some quality minutes because Caleb Martin seems to be at least playing a bit better. Oh, Jesus Christ, Nikola Jokic wide open for 3 again. Bam, gets that one to go. If you keep leaving him open, he's going to knock him down. Denver extends their lead back up to 7. Oh, good pass right there. Caleb Martin inside with the dunk. Caleb Martin stepped up. He's played well. Duncan Robinson's been shooting decent as well. But Max Strus has been cold since Game 2. So now that makes me wonder if Strus's minutes will go to Hero come next game. If indeed Hero gets back into the game. Oh, Jokic couldn't get that one to go, but the tip-in falls. Chris said if he doesn't play Game 5, it's going to be Denver. Is going to be in Denver's home court. No, it's going to be Denver home court regardless. They took back home court advantage once they won the doggone game in Game 3, which I was there live. So unfortunately, hit the like button if you haven't already. Mike said, why are we not playing Nikola Jovic? Well, for one, I guess because man's a rookie, they don't give him much buckets and they have their rotation. Because in basketball, depending on the situation, they play people at different, people don't always mess around and get minutes straight getting drafted or something. But I think he certainly has potential if you actually let him play. It reminds me of when Miami drafted Precious, a few years back, and literally I don't think he played any minutes outside of just throwaway games in the regular season, and then they traded his ass. So that happens. And maybe he's just too young, as Valorian said. Denisha in the building. What's going on? Denisha in the building. KCP puts in a basket. 48-41. Lead is still 7. 3 minutes left to go here in this first half. Kyle Lowry, is he going to take the 3? Yes, he is. And he gets the foul call. Yo, Caldwell Pope always getting these bullshit ass fucking fouls, bro. He needs to fucking stay on the ground. Oh, Forrest Whitaker is in the building. James said Oscar's new title looks disappointing. They gave out a new title. Interesting. I'll have to tune in. I haven't seen Raw or SmackDown this week, obviously, because of all the goddamn traveling. Jovic got into the finals before he finishes high school. Haha, that's hilarious. DJ said Kyle Lowry with that BS foul. Here's the thing, right? When somebody jumps in the air, you get him airborne. You just got to go up to where there's contact, and then boom, you could get the call. Dwayne Wade was a master at that. Jimmy Butler is actually pretty good at it, but it's not really working here in this series for him. But he's worked very well at that. I've never really been a big fan of it, but because there's a way to utilize it to your favor, there it is. But the NBA did start to change things up, like the whole kicking out of the leg. That'll be deemed an offensive foul. And also, if you jump into somebody, that's an offensive foul as well. But if you jump straight up, you won't, defensively, you won't get called for the foul. You jump forward, then you get called for the foul. So you got to be smart in how you defend. Alejandro said, create my all-time Miami Heat starting lineup. Oh, that's incredibly easy. Tim Hardaway, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and then fucking Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, they called the loose ball foul on Max Strus? That's crazy. Interesting. Yep, that's going to send Nikola Jokic to the free throw line. No, he wrapped the arm. No, Alonzo. No, I wouldn't have Alonzo over Shaq, right? I wouldn't have Alonzo over Shaq. Now, if I were to move Bosh and I put Alonzo and Shaq on the floor together, then that could work. But no, because think about it. We're just saying all time top five. I'm just going with the best players for Miami that played at their positions at the time in which they played. Because Alonzo's a center, give me Shaq over Alonzo every time. Now, if we do best players at their peak when with Miami, Shaq did have arguably an MVP season with Miami his first year that he was in Miami, and then he had a good season in 2006 as well. Shitty finals run, but good season in 2006 as well. But that's 2 years that Shaq really gave you, right? Versus Alonzo gave you a shit ton of years. But if we're just talking about the best players at each position, I would take Shaq. But if you talk about best players while they were playing in Miami, then I would go Tim Hardaway, Wade, LeBron, Bosh, and then Mourning. So that's what I would have there. So that's why there's a method to the match. No, of course not. No, Ray Allen played 2 seasons in Miami. You see what happens? You know what's funny? People associate Ray Allen only with Boston and Miami. They said, fuck the Sonics, fuck the Bucks. They have no clue what that is. You know what's funny? People only associate Ray Allen with being a spot-up shooter. When you talk about scorers, people who can create their own shot, people don't mention Ray Allen because they weren't around for those Bucks years. They weren't around for those Sonic years. They don't remember none of that shit. Yeah, they did say Layla Wood. I did hear that. You're not the only one. He did say Layla Wood. And he could dunk too. As you age, and Amon Shumpert made a very good point about this, as you age, you transition your game. If you can't adapt as you age, you're going to find yourself in a position where you're going to get phased out. There's a lot of players, like for example, unfortunately for Carmelo Anthony, Carmelo could have been on any squad. Imagine if he was a dog on defense, even at an old age. Because here's the interesting thing, right? Tony Allen's body started to break down, and he was an offensive liability, so that's why he ended up being out the league, right? You want to know somebody who has no business still being on squads, but still on squads because they're a fucking dog on defense? Old-ass fucking P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker will have a job until he can't play defense anymore. because he has that occasional corner three, but he's such a fucking dog on defense. He's 38 years old right now. His birthday happened in the playoffs. I promise you, PJ Tucker will fulfill his 3-year deal with Philly. He will be 40 years old and a free agent, and I promise you, somebody might consider picking him up, and I would not be surprised if it's a LeBron-led team. Either, if you're a 3-and-D guy, you either got to be an absolute killer from 3 to where every squad would need you, or a dog on defense. If you happen to be both, you will never be without a job. Andre Iguodala, if his body didn't start breaking down and he didn't become such a liability on offense and defense at this stage of his career, he could have probably still been getting minutes. But let's keep it a buck. His real last hurrah was that finals series with Miami in the bubble. That was his last hurrah. That was his last productivity, produced season. But then his body kind of clocked out. So in this version of the NBA, if you're a 3-and-D guy, you will never go out of a job. Like if you're an upcoming basketball player, high school, college, free agent, if you're a wing, which is the most popular position in this age of positionless basketball, you're between 6'4" and 6'9". If you're a 3-and-D guy, you will have a job for 15 years at least, as long as you're productive at what it is that you do. You give me an average of 12 to 14 points per game, and you're always in the conversation for first or second team all defense, you'll have a job for 15 years, I promise you. I promise you. Jay Crowder, if he's going to keep getting signed and get on jobs because he's a dog on defense and he hits threes. But he's ended up on some squads that he doesn't really work well with their rotation. So with that being the case, Jay Crowder, I'm sorry. You're going to need to go somewhere where they're giving you some quality minutes, or the times in which whatever minutes you happen to get, you start putting up shots, whether the shot's for you or not, to where you can prove to squads you can still shoot, because he's getting phased out, and he's still a very capable player. KCP's the ultimate 3-and-D. He's great. He's good on defense. Not quite great, but he's aggressive on defense to where you know he's trying to play defense. And he can give you those wide open threes. KCP will still have a job for 5 more years. Here's the only thing that I think he'll run into. He works well within the framework of the Nuggets offense. If he leaves Denver, I fear he might end up going to a squad that doesn't have the facilitators like a Jamal Murray and a Nikola Jokic. You go somewhere where they don't have that point guard who can lead an offense, you'll have a problem. Oh boy, Aaron Gordon going up. No, he's going to kick it over to Michael Porter. He's going to get himself a bucket. He's 6'10". Oh, Jesus Christ. Michael Porter out here scoring. Miami had a chance to cut that sumbitch down to 3 or 2. He's got 5 points here. Jay Crowder need to come back to Boston. I don't know. It would be nice if he went to Boston, but I don't think it's going to happen. Jesus Christ, Kyle Lowry. Oh, Jesus. Come on, man. What is... get Kyle Lowry off the court, man. Good God. Party said, Lowry didn't just try to pass in front of Yoke. Man. Jeez Louise, man. And you know what's interesting to me about players in the NBA? Have you ever played in the park where when you're going to the paint, this preemptive pause, because I know it's not, you got to grip the ball, pause. You got to make sure you put both hands firm when you go into the goddamn basket to where if somebody swipes, it's going to look like it's a fucking foul every time. People be doing this whole thing with the ball loose and it flies out their hands like it's nothing. Bam has always had that problem. Weak hands. Like, come on now. Gabo Patuan said KD changed the way we look at the wing. No, it wasn't KD. I don't think it was KD. KD's a freak. KD's a freak athlete. Your fucking 7-footer, who's as strong as an ox, can shoot from anywhere. KD is top 3 scorer all time. K-Dub said Denver in 5, bro. I don't know what Miami doing, but it's not playing Miami ball. They gotta play. They gotta get more streaky. Or they're gonna say it's a foul. Interesting. They calling a foul down there. Interesting. Miami getting out hustled, but I'm also concerned about like the rebounding effort because that's what cost them in Game 3. Christian Brown needs to, like, if Miami really wants to win this doggone series, they can't let Christian Brown be out here being more aggressive on defense because that's an energy guy that they got over there. They need to, moreover, get him in foul trouble as well. I don't think it was Clay either. Clay is 6'7" shooting guard who can shoot from anywhere. And then he was great on defense and spectacular, I should say, on defense before he messed around and had those back-to-back years in which he got hurt. Flo Rida, bedazzle, bell bottoms. Oh, heavens. Denver leading by 8. Their largest lead of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Lowry still in this game. Why? Because Gabe Vincent has 3 fouls, and that's going to be crucial for Miami. What the hell is Jimmy Butler hooking Jamal Murray? And if I'm Butler, I don't know why he's not attacking. His whole thing should be to attack. Kyle Lowry's not going to take that shot. Oh, wait, yes, he does. He gets inside and gets him a bucket. He should have been doing that the entire time. Christian Brown is the type of rookie that Denver needed. I agree 110%. Because Christian Brown is a high-energy guy who not only plays very, very, very aggressive defense, and he's magnificent in transition. Offensively, he's aggressive and has no issues, no hesitation whatsoever going to create his own shot. He will jet to the goddamn basket immediately. And I love that Michael Malone has that going with the squad. Huge dunk by Bam Adebayo. They cut their deficit down to 4, but they need one stop here. They need one stop so they can cut it to 2 before halftime. Because every time the fans get into it and they get on their feet, mess around, Denver answers with a basket. No, it was in the 2010s. Oh, Jesus Christ. Offensive foul on Nikola Jokic. Now the crowd's getting really into it. Offensive foul on Nikola Jokic. And that's going to be the end of this. There's going to be one more possession. I don't know who that woman with the dynamic, clothing is. I actually had a video of her when I was in Miami. Oh no, it is wrong phone. No, it was in the 2010s. No, pardon me. In the 2000s, there was an individual. I forget who. Was it Jesus Christ. The name escapes me. No, it wasn't Marion. Good God, it escapes me. It's gonna come back to me. But that's when the wing really started to change. It was at the top of the 2000s. Not Rip Hamilton. Rip Hamilton was fucking magnificent. But here we go. Last possession. No, not Michael Redd. Michael Redd was a dog. I'm glad that you mentioned that name. Michael Redd was a fucking dog. Grant Hill to a certain extent, but it was more the 90s Hill. But it was him and Penny. They were different. Like Jimmy Butler draws the foul on Michael Porter, gets himself a basket. No, T-Mac was never a defender. Come on now. T-Mac was never a defender. Let's not do that. It's that boy. There was that streamer, Kai Cenat. He was at the game as well. Where the hell is this video of this lady? Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, I had a video when I was out there in. Let me go in. Yeah, so when I was out there. So as you can see in Game 3, there she is on the right of the screen, very shiny, bedazzled, shoes that she had over there when I was out there in Miami. So for Game 6, I said Game 6, Game 3, 4-point deficit, huge lead pass. They're not going to get a shot off. Good job from Miami defending there. Jimmy got to make those 2 rebounds. So there was that. Oh, Jesus Christ. David Adonis. Oh, my God. Yo, I'm rolling. Oh. Yo. I'm crying. That's funny. Shit. That's funny. Need another look. Yeah. So she was over there. But yeah, would I rather be the Hulk or Magneto? Would I rather be the Hulk or Magneto? Good Lord. Magneto or the Hulk? I think I would rather be Magneto. Yeah, I think I'd rather be Magneto if I had to choose between the two. Yumi in the building. What's going on? We got 768 in the building. If you haven't already hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't already. Dice King put 5 on, said, who would I rather start, bench, or cut? Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone. Okay, so straight out of the gate, of the three, I'm starting Charles Barkley. I've said this for years, and I will die on this hill. If Charles Barkley had won the 1993 NBA Finals with the Phoenix Suns over Chicago, or if he had gotten, which he should have gotten, the 1990 NBA MVP when he was still with the Sixers, and still won a championship, just one, Charles Barkley would have been a top 10 player all time. Charles Barkley is a guy who, despite his greatness, has become universally underrated. Because people only know the man from television, and they look at this man hella fat, all this other stuff. They completely disrespect how great he was on the court. You have to understand how good Charles Barkley was. Of the three, I am starting Charles Barkley. And between Patrick and Karl Malone, listen, I love Patrick Ewing. I believe before Dirk, I would argue, even though Hakeem was out there, I would argue that Patrick Ewing was the greatest shooting big, perimeter-wise. Not obviously, he wasn't no three-point shooter. But I'll say Barkley, bench Malone, and cut Ewing. That's where I would be. Yumi said, right now I work in Japan watching the stream on break. Hey, man, what time is it in Japan right now? Sam said, Chuck said he didn't get his due. Or I should say, Casey said he doesn't get his due because this generation only knows him from TNT. Ain't that true? Sam said he didn't work hard enough because Scottie Pippen said Charles Barkley work ethic was horrible. When he got to Houston, it was terrible. By the time he made it to Houston, it was absolutely terrible. Because at that point, he was just chasing a championship, but he was completely out of shape, all that other stuff. Barkley, when he whipped himself into shape, when his years in Philly, and then his early years in Phoenix, he was still a fucking dog. But I'm not going to lie to you. After they lost that finals, I think it demoralized him so much so to where he started to really neglect shit. Granted, he wasn't always the hardest motherfucking worker. But I do believe that if he kept himself, mentally still chasing after it to where it wasn't like, yo, man, I need some help. I need all this stuff. I think he could have easily made things work. Because that Houston squad, if I'm not mistaken, they blew that 3-1 lead. No. It was when he was with Phoenix. They blew a 3-1 lead, but they lost something. Was it 3-2? I forget what it was. It was 97, if I'm not mistaken. They blew a series lead, if I'm not mistaken. It's 10:46 a.m. June 10th in Japan. It's already tomorrow in Japan. What do you know? Gavo said, Adrius, Avis Sabonis was very underrated. Yes, indeed. Sabonis' father. Those 7 years he played with Portland, it was 7, I believe. But his European career, beautiful, bro. That's a hell of a goddamn basketball player. In fact, in my opinion, he was the greatest passing big before, a Jokic, a Tim Duncan, all that other stuff. No, Vlade Divac I would have as a passing big. Sabonis was a fucking monster in the paint. Footwork, beautiful. But, Vlade Divac, I think, was the best passing big before Tim Duncan came around and kind of took that one. I was born in 94, yes, indeed. Do I remember Sharif Abdul-Rahim? Yes, indeed. He got blackballed. Some old bullshit. But he got blackballed. T. Wolf said, I'm glad you survived that plane ride. Oh, no, it wasn't real. It wasn't real. It's all an edit. Charles said they almost blew a 3-1 lead in 97 against the Sonics. Rockets almost did. Well, what do you know? There it is. I was close. Karl over Ewing, though? Yes, I would take Karl over Ewing. K-Dub said, you at 94, you be forgetting how young I am sometimes. Yeah, fam, somebody on Twitter said, dog, ain't you like 38? I'm like, 38? Where'd you get that from? Where'd this come from? 38. Tyler said, where am I? I'm currently inside of the Hilton hotel room out in Atlanta. I have some business out here. So with that being the case, I traveled out here to Atlanta, but I was supposed to be out there at a party here this evening. However, I said to myself, hey, I'm going to go live for this game regardless. I'm going to be kicking it with these individuals tomorrow regardless. So with that being the case, why not go live and kick it with you guys? So if you haven't already, hit the like button, please. If you haven't, because we out here in the doggone hotel room, we still out here, going live. We still out here hanging out. So, it's it's time for us to kick it. Have ourselves a good time. We got almost 800 in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Who said 38? People over here, like, legit. They on some, yo, ain't you like 38, bro? You got kids. I'm like, who said this? Where you getting this information from? This false information from? Who told you this? 38? Where? I'm in my 20s. KT Chris said, can you get a cash app for your birthday at the end of the month or at the end of the game tonight? You're 30 years old. You're no longer 27. Oh, well, what do you know? You're turning 30 from 27? That ain't right. What, you was born on a leap year? What kind of irregular leap year you got going on? Gray Rose said, it was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speeds. Hey, yo! Pause. What's going on? It's the damn hairline. What you talking about? You act like my shit zeked. My forehead, my hairline been in the same spot since I was fucking one. What you talking about? 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 Hairline crisp. Well, not necessarily my hair nappy, but one way or another, all right? I got off a doggone flight, okay? Pay, give me some forgiveness, please. K-Dub said 836. Well, what do you know? Green Wolf Patuan said, you at the game, let's go Heat. Yes indeed, Green Wolf. Damn, did you go to game 3? I was at game 3. I got recognized I think one time at the game this past Wednesday. One person recognized me. They just so happened to be a Nuggets fan. And you know what? It was one of those very weird, audience interactions because he's like, hey man, yo, I love your channel. I'm like, hey dog, I appreciate you. He said he was gonna take a photo, right? He went on Snapchat. I thought he was going to record a video. So I'm doing, yeah, man, yo, what's going on and everything. And he took the photo, and I'm like this in the photo, kind of like my mouth is somewhat ajar. And I'm like, oh, boy. I thought he was taking a video. Man took a photo, and he's like, yeah, man, I'll holler at you later. And then went about his business. I'm over there like, yo, I kind of feel stupid right now. I kind of feel stupid. I thought homie was taking a video. He took a photo. I'm like, ah, boy. That's not the kind of subscriber interactions that I like to have. But nevertheless, I appreciate anybody who happen to recognize me in person or happen to run into me one way or another. I appreciate you guys tuning into the doggone stream. If you haven't hit the like button, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you are a viewer who is a new viewer here, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We are currently at the conclusion of the NBA Finals. Whether it's 6, 7, 5, whenever the NBA Finals ends, we are giving away an Xbox X and a PS5. I am not inside of Hold My Nugget Studios. We are in the hotel room. I don't have the PS5 or the Xbox X here. But we are giving it away at the conclusion of the NBA Finals. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Second half pick'ems. I'm glad that you brought that up. Jesus Christ. But yeah, let me go get the stuff. Payne said I done forgot where I was. Fam, like this is ridiculous. Oh, by the way, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm gonna my Patreon, I'm gonna start doing behind the scenes footage for everybody, so you guys can actually have a bit of behind the scenes, because a lot of people always ask for, like, look at this. I got a freaking lamp over here. I got two lamps in the area. All of the available lights that I can turn on, I got to turn them on. I had to make sure that I had the highest speed of internet. I told the people downstairs, hey, listen, whatever internet you can increase for the speed, I would appreciate that. So they went around and did that for me. So there is that. But nevertheless, we are here, out here in Atlanta. Now, we have our second half pick'em. Let's see what we can roll with here. Jamal Murray has 6 points. Nikola Jokic has 16. Jokic only has 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Jamal Murray has 4 assists and 6 points. I'm not too sure if I feel too comfortable making a move on the two of them. Javon, always showing love. Put a hundo on it. Every time he pops in, he always drops in a doggone hundo. My brother, I hope you had a great time at the game. If Miami wants to even the series, they have to crash the boards and drive to the hole. That's the Nuggets' weakness. Also, the Heat sadly always, and always much love and keep up the great work. I appreciate you all the time, brother. Always popping in, always dropping a hundo, always showing love. I appreciate you endlessly, brother. You have no doggone idea. Devon, put 2 on it, and so don't forget Joakim Noah is passing a bit. Joakim Noah is a good passer, but amongst the greatest from the 4 and 5, I don't know. He was very good. In fact, I reckon he's underrated as it pertains to his passing ability to the basketball. Okay, yeah, my television has frozen on this Wingstop commercial here. I'm very concerned about that. My channel has frozen on Wingstop. So let me go back and see if it's going to fix itself. Okay, it's fixed itself. I don't know why. I don't know if Rick Ross had a I'm in Atlanta, but I don't know if Rick Ross had something bugged to my television. It was frozen on Wingstop for like 4 minutes. But here we are. Next, T Wolf put 5 on it. Said, "What do I think about what do I think about how your Falcons are doing things?" I ain't gonna lie to you. I have absolutely no clue. I would have to go back and get into football mode to have an idea of what's transpiring with them. So I cannot give you an answer right now. But come summertime, I shall be able to respond to that. Classic Man Q, for 5 on said, start bench cut. Peja Stojakovic, Hedo Turkoglu, or Andre Kirilenko. Okay, so first and foremost, straight out of the gate, I'm starting Peja Stojakovic. I fucking loved Peja Stojakovic. That man was an absolute sniper. I'm starting him. Then, Hedo Turkoglu had himself a great run in 2009 with the Magic, but really outside of that, give me AK-47. Andre Kirilenko was before his fucking time. Defensive masterclass. Fast break problem. I'm benching Kirilenko. I'm cutting Turkoglu. What do I think that CP3 is going? LA or Miami? Now, for my pick'em, let's see here. Aaron Gordon has 16 points. KCP got 4. Bruce Brown got 5. I'm going to go, oh yeah, and Christian Braun has 2. I'm going to go ahead and say Christian Braun is going to have a rebound, assist, or point in the second half. I feel comfortable with that one. Jimmy Butler has 14 points. I believe that Jimmy Butler is going to have to be aggressive there, so I'm going to go ahead and still say he's going to eclipse 27 and a half points. Gabe Vincent has 0. I'm going to go ahead and say he will score in the second half. Kevin Love is going to get to 5. Oh boy, Kevin Love would just have to put in like a 3 or something like that. I don't know. Kyle Lowry got 13 points. You know what? I'm going to go. Oh, no, I don't feel comfortable going with a Kyle Lowry statistic over here. I got to go back to the Nuggets. Let's see over here. Jamal Murray, 19 points, but he's only got 6 right now. Golly, this one's a tough one. I'm going to go to Michael Porter Jr. He's got 7, but he needs 13. I'm going to go ahead and say lower over there. And then last but not least, Bam Adebayo. How many rebounds does he have? Oh, Jesus Christ. Bam only got 3 rebounds. You got to be kidding me. How do you only got 3 rebounds? He's going to have to go out there and grab some doggone boards, man. He's going to have to go out there and grab some boards. Actually, no, I could go with Max Strus. I don't think Strus is going to be very effective in the second half. So I'll go and I'll drop 10 on that one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go up to 15. I'm going to drop 15 on that one. Why does goddamn television keep freezing, bro? What's going on? Why the TV freezing, man? Why they freezing? Craig put 5 on it. Said WWE Women's, who's your top 5? For you, it's Big Booty Bailey, Sable, Rhea, Trish, and Lita, because it's something about that damn thong. Interesting. Okay, so what I would say is, now I got to shut off the television and turn it back on. What is happening right now? How am I going to lose the television midway through? I thought I'd lose the stream before I lose the television. This is crazy. What's happening in Alpharetta, Georgia? But, top 5 women all time in WWE, I would have Trish, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Trish, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Trish, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Trish, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Beth Phoenix, Beth Phoenix. And if I had to go one more, I always loved AJ Lee, but I can't put her in the top 5. You know what? It's too premature for Bianca, but I'd probably have to say I'd probably go Bailey as well. Love me some Bailey. Andrew Pafavon said 3 NBA playoff series you would recommend to a basketball newbie. Okay, so 3 NBA playoff series that I would recommend. The 2013 NBA Finals. That's one. The 2013 NBA Finals. That's one. I would highly recommend that. The 2005 NBA Finals, I would recommend that one as well. And the 2012 NBA first round, actually no, I'll switch that. 2013 NBA Finals, I'll put that one number 1. The 2003 Western Conference Semifinals, Dallas, San Antonio, that would be number 2. And number 3, I would say the 2012 NBA first round, Bulls and Celtics. Those would be 3. Those would be the 3 series that I would suggest somebody to watch. Oh, Jimmy Butler going to pull up for a doggone floater. He should have tried to get to the cup right there. I don't know why they're not trying to be forward with that. You can argue for the 2016 finals as well, but I would say the 2013 finals, the 2003 series of the semifinals between Dallas and then of course the Bulls and Celtics. Was it 2012 or was it 2009 when Ben Gordon had a it was Ben Gordon, Ray Allen, all those guys. Was it 2012 or was it 2009? I forget. When it was like double overtime in the first 2. Was it 2009 or 2012? It was 2009? My bad, dog. 2009. Because that's the series that I have in mind. No, 2011, Dirk Nowitzki. Because remember, he said series. Not individual player run. Series. My bad. It was 2009. My apologies. Not 2012. 2009. And if I was to do another, like if it was 5 instead of 3, 2016, NBA Finals, and then it's controversial, 2002 Western Conference Finals, Kings and Lakers. If you're a Sacramento fan, that really angered you, and you are right to be angered because it's some bullshit. So there is that. MP1 said if the Heat lose this game, what are their chances of coming back? Incredibly low. Incredibly low. You lose 2 on your home floor, which they've lost their last 3 games at home. Right? But your chances of winning in Denver, which is a closeout game, is going to be difficult. Right? Because Denver, although in the NBA I don't really believe in home, court advantage to a particular degree, Denver has played very stellar at home all season long and even better at the playoffs. So with that being the case, this is that'd be incredibly difficult for those guys. And I would say if they do lose that, I don't know if Miami can. I'm a Miami fan, and I truly believe in my squad. But you got to win 3 straight games, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Struce about to mess around and pick up another foul. Jesus Christ. Porter getting aggressive, getting himself a dunk inside. Bulls won in 2011. One game in 2011, lost the rest. Indeed. Yo, why is this? What's going on? Freaking television is completely glitching here. Since the midway of the second quarter, everything's been freaking glitching. What's happening? This is getting ridiculous. Is there a storm or something? I can't see nothing right now. This is ridiculous. Hunter said, "Hey, Chiseled, you the GOAT. Do you remember the Steelers versus Baltimore brawl on the 50-yard line in 2009? Of course. I think Denver scored again. It's 61-55. I have no clue what just transpired. Everything is glitchy right now. Home smart TVs are always trash. Hey, man, this some sort of LG something If anybody can identify what kind of television it is by the remote, all I know is it's LG. That's all I know. I don't know what particular kind of television that it is, but this hotel TV super glitching right now. I'm not a big fan of that. But nevertheless, here we are. Michael Porter being very aggressive. Nikola Jokic wide open three. Can he get that one to fall? No, he can't. Look at him trying to crash boards. Good offensive rebound. Jamal Murray didn't take the wide open three. He's going to try to see if he can get a good shot. Gets a good shot right there. Can't get it to fall. Miami got to do a better job on the boards. They got to be really aggressive here in this third quarter because the third quarter has absolutely killed them. Oh, Jesus Christ. Big turnover. They're doing too much, man. They got to go and attack the basket. If they don't go and attack the basket, they're going to have a bad time. Bam out there passing it to fans. Ain't that the truth? Is Gabe Vincent on the floor? Who's the starting five right now? Oh, yeah. Gabe Vincent's on the floor. He got to get going, bro. He can't just be out here doing cardio and shit. Throw the remote out the window. Yeah, all right. That's crazy. Malik said Miami been horrible on boards damn near the entire playoffs. Indeed. But here's the thing. The games in which they're incredibly aggressive and they're boxing out to where you really got to work with the boards, those are the games that they win. But when you constantly in a situation where boards is freaking incredibly easy for the other squad, then they end up losing those games. Max Strus still can't find his stroke. 8-point lead right now for Denver. They haven't led by double digits until... Nope, it's a brick. Bam loves that mid-range because the man isn't freaking being aggressive and trying to get to the cup. If you're Jimmy Butler, now's the time to be aggressive and get people in foul trouble. Michael Porter got 11. Jimmy Butler tries a jumper for whatever reason, can't get it to fall. Too much jumpers for Miami. They got to go to the basket, period. They got to go and attack the basket. Joker came back like the Undertaker when he got injured. Joker barely got injured. He twisted his ankle. He stayed on the floor. And now the lead is 11. Call timeout, Stroster. No, the lead is 10, pardon me. Their biggest lead of the game finally get it to double digits, and Denver leads by 10. Remember, they only lost one game leading by 10 in this entire playoff run, and it was Miami that took it in game 2. Cloud said, get a bucket, aggressive, and try to draw a foul or two. That's the same. That's what's been able to carry Miami to this point. But for whatever reason, I don't know what it was. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, until now, Miami just simply has not been aggressive. It's very confusing. I don't understand it. From Game 4, of even in Game 7, they weren't being very aggressive. I don't understand it. It's very confusing to me. 2003 Kane, was he unstoppable? Yes, but then they didn't give him the title because, of course, Triple H's reign of terror. In fact, I don't even believe that he had a title shot. So there's that. Henry put 10 on it. Sets up, Chisel. Word on the street is that you don't got the blade of Levi, so you vulnerable. Got this man cream, Sarah J, XXX vids. Ford F-150 truck, seats oily, man in the trunk, left arm bigger than Jokic, hashtag nutty. Sir, what is your problem, sir? What is your problem, sir? You need to relax. Sir. You need to relax. What's your deal? What is your deal? What's the matter with this man? Son need to relax. I may not have the blade of Captain Levi, but I still have the fists of the chiseled Adonis. So you will have a problem, sir. I just want you to know that. Brian Pafavon said, you notice that the hotels have DirecTV, sometimes have receptions that go in and out. Happened to you when you were in Denver last month. Well, what do you know? The type of stuff is going to fix around and mess around and happen. Unfortunately, much to my chagrin. Jay said, so it was Henry messing up my TV. Watch your back, Chisel. Shit, I'm going to have to. Good God. What's going on? But Denver right now with a 10-point lead here to start out the second half. And if you guys haven't already hit the like button, please go ahead and hit the like button. We are 5 likes away from 400. It'd be very nice if 5 people who didn't already hit the like button went around and hit the doggone like button. Let's go down the spread so you guys know what the statistics are right now. From the field, Miami is shooting 49% from the field. Denver is shooting 47% from the field. Miami, unfortunately for them, the difference has been the three-point line. Denver has made 7 threes. Miami only made 4. By far, Miami's worst shooting percentage from the three-point line thus far this series. Denver shooting 43%, or I should say 44%. Miami currently shooting 27%. Denver 14 of 18 from the line. Miami 7 of 10. That is also a problem. Three-point shooting, free throw line, advantage Denver. Tied at rebounds right now, Denver with 21, Miami with 21. The assist is only differential by 1 in favor of Denver. Both teams have 30 points in the paint as well. And fouls right now, it's differentiated in favor of Denver, 13-9. But the difference right now in this game is the 7 additional made free throws from Denver alongside the 9 additional points from the three-point line as well. For Miami, their saving grace has been the three-point line, and in series past has been the free throw line. Right now, Caleb Martin has 6 points, Gabe Vincent has 2, Max Strus has 0, Duncan Robinson has 3. You will not win this game if those guys do not get going. You need additional scoring, or you need virtuoso performance from Jimmy Butler. Kevin Love tries a 3, gets that one to fall. They cut their deficit down to 7. Meanwhile, for Denver, Aaron Gordon, 16 points. Michael Porter Jr., a surprising 11 points. He actually just messed up my pick'em. Joker with 28 and 3. Murray, I believe, Joker just got himself 22. Murray with 10 and 6. And then coming off the bench, you have Bruce Brown, who has 5. Then for Miami, you got Kevin Love now with 9 points. Jimmy Butler has 14. Adebayo gets himself, he has 14 as well. And then you have 13 points off the bench from Kyle Lowry. Kevin Love put in back-to-back threes. That just cuts the deficit down to 6. But if you're Miami, you need to keep this scoring going. Oh, boy, Nikola Jokic, wide open 3. They got to stop that man from being wide open on these goddamn rotations, bro. They're always leaving Jokic wide open for 3. I have no problem if that's a particular case as long as you stop other guys. But Kyle Lowry on the floor now. Gabe Vincent still out there as well. Oh, he's going to take that shot. Can Gabe Vincent see it go into the basket? No, he can't. He's still bricking it up. Gabe Vincent still bricking it up from outside. Arlen put 5 on it. Said, Henry, better watch out. You got an hour of Detroit urban survival training. Ain't that the truth? Dice King put 5 on it. Said, I'm going to hurt you with this 1 to 5 in your order. Best small guy in the NBA. Spud Webb, Muggsy Bogues, Keith Jennings, and Grant. Greg Grant, Terrell Brandon. Okay, so 1 to 5. Best small guy in the NBA. Webb, Bogues, Jennings, Grant, Terrell Brandon. Jeez. 11-point lead right now for Denver because Miami's defense is just fucking shot. I don't like this lineup at all. When you have both Vincent and Lowry in the game, you give up a lot of size. That's wild to me, bro. They got to play better defense, man. You're not going to win this game if you're not playing. Like, I don't like that lineup at all, bro. Just bring in Caleb Martin, send Vincent to the bench, or send Lowry to the bench. Don't keep both of them in there. All right, now, Caleb Martin comes in for Vincent. See, that's a lineup that can actually work for you, but you got to go and attack. I would say, Kyle Lowry tries a 3, can't get that one to go. Kevin Love, is he going to take another one? Yes, he is. It's a huge brick. It's a huge brick. I would say of the 5, okay, so Jennings, Brandon, Bogues, Grant, Webb. That's tough. That's tough. Darian put 2 on it. Said WWE tripping with these belt designs. I got to see what it is. Jumper from Murray gets the roll to fall. Denver by 13. 5 minutes left to go here in the third. Why is Lowry always in the paint on defense? Man, I wish I knew. Look at Kyle Lowry actually being aggressive there. Loses the basketball. Finds Kevin. Look at Kevin Love being aggressive. Look at Kevin Love being aggressive and 1. Somebody's trying to play basketball. Kevin Love out here playing basketball. I'm pretty sure my pick'ems have been destroyed. All of my pick'ems must have been destroyed just now because there's Michael Porter and, oh yeah, the big one destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. The big one destroyed. Kevin Love is playing basketball and so is Michael Porter. The big one is destroyed. So this one's over. right? I still have 2 other ones that are alive at the moment. Kevin Love cuts the deficit down to 10. Here are my other pick'ems that are still alive at the moment. Michael Porter, I would need him to not score another basket for the remainder of this game. Then Kyle Lowry is outscoring KCP, which is good. Gabe Vincent still is giving me absolutely nothing, so that's unfortunate for me. Offensive rebound for Denver, but then they just lost the basketball, and now it's Miami basketball. Oh no, it's a jump ball. Bam Adebayo passed up Murray, so that's good in my favor, but Caleb Martin has to get going as well, and this one is not looking very favorable for me because both the Martin and the Gabe Vincent most likely will cost me. And then last but not least, here I have Gabe Vincent has to give me something in the second half. Kristen Braun, when he checks back in, I expect him to get going. Max Strus, he's probably not going to have a very good productive second half. Jimmy Butler has to do something because he hasn't even scored here in this second half. And then, of course, Michael Porter, I need him to not score. So that is where we are at the moment here. Jump ball, Bam Adebayo, Aaron Gordon. And the jump ball goes to, I believe it's Denver because it just froze for me. Oh, no, it's Miami. Kyle Lowry still looking to be aggressive. Look at him pushing the fact. Can he get inside? No, he's going to try to kick it over to Martin. I think they're going to turn it over. Yup. This shit is freaking lagging. And Murray loses the basketball. It's going to be Miami ball. I have no clue what's happening now. This stuff is starting to glitch once more. Yeah, let me try to go up and down on the doggone channel. But the deficit is back down to 10. I still don't understand why Jimmy Butler's not going. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a terrible pass. Jimmy Butler tries a floater and it's short. So you got to get a layup. You have to get a layup. All these floaters ain't going to work. You got to try to get a layup. Oh, he's about to find KCP. Watch this skip pass to KCP. Ah, what a pass. Yep, KCP, transition 3. It's a brick. And Kevin Love gets fouled. And it's going to be Miami basketball. Jimmy's doo-doo right now. Yes, indeed. The man is cooked. I wonder if Tyler Hero's even dressed. Actually, let me Google Tyler Hero. Let me see if Tyler Hero's even dressed. I don't think he's dressed. I think he's out for this game. Yeah, he's ruled out, so he's not even dressed. I think if they had him dressed, maybe that could have been something for them. At least Denver would think that he's coming in, but he's not even dressed. So it is what it is. Kevin Love at least out there playing hellified basketball. You would hope that he can aid in changing, the shift of the attitude. 12 points, 4 rebounds from Kevin Love, and a whole lot of hustle from the mental health champion. Duncan Robinson checks into this game. Caleb Martin try to get inside. Yeah, somebody's aggressive. There you go, Caleb Martin. Try to do something. You got to do something. Caleb Martin tries a turnaround jumper. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound by Jokic. Miami is struggling to get themselves a bucket. Good steal by Duncan Robinson. Just go to the cup. Duncan Robinson gets a layup. Thank you. I want to see this. Timeout, Mike Malone. I want to see this. I want to see this from Miami. I want to see this. You know what that is? That's a layup. A layup attempt. I want to see this. I don't care if you miss or get fouled. I want to see this. Enough of this shit. Enough of that shit. Go this to the cup. I want to see your hand, your knuckles pointing towards the glass. Oladipo's hurt. Oladipo, of course he's hurt. Hunter said, love you, Chiseled. What the fuck going on in your background? What's going on in my background? What you mean? I'm in Atlanta right now. I'm not in the crib. I'm in Atlanta right now. I'm live from the state of Georgia. So I am not inside the crib. But 8-point lead right now in favor of the Denver Nuggets, ladies and gentlemen. CF said Bam need to stop doing fadeaway jumpers. I agree. But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, hit the doggone like button. Denver leading by 8. They have led by as much as 13 in this game. In fact, Miami has not had the lead again since the second quarter. Denver outscoring Miami by 4 thus far in this quarter. They have won the last 2 quarters. Both teams shooting exactly 26 of 55 from the floor. Miami hit 2 threes. Denver only hit 1, but that one was wide open for Nikola Jokic once again. Miami getting themselves a pair, or I should say 1 more free throw, but nevertheless they are still trailing right now by 8. AJ said my background looks like a green screen. Does it look like a green screen? That's interesting. I mean, you can see a shadow, so you know it's not. But that's interesting. I didn't know it looked like a green screen, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Nevertheless, we are out here shooting live from a hotel. But there is that. Vashon says, Spo don't play why don't Spo play Duncan a bit more? He's been a spark for Miami every game because defensive liability. But to tell you the truth, Duncan should play more minutes than Strus at this point because Strus has had one good game in game 2 and 3 horrible games if you count what he's done thus far in this game, which is diddly poo. So with that being the case, I think it's time for Duncan to get more minutes than Strus moving forward, and I think that's going to be the case. Because Strus has just it's you can't keep bricking like this. You need somebody who's going to actually go and attack, somebody who's going to go out there and give you something. So give me Duncan Robinson a bit more minutes. And Duncan Robinson has a reason to try to win because he's lost a high school, if I'm not mistaken, he's lost a D3 college championship. He's lost the D1 college championship, and he's also lost in the 2020 NBA Finals. So you talk about coming up short in championship games, that shit would drive you up a fucking wall. So if I'm him, I would be incredibly pissed off. Yeah, he's better off the dribble in my opinion as well. Strus isn't creating his own shot. Duncan Robinson isn't by any means, but at least somebody's going to actually try to get a layup at the basket. Strus was at least attempting that last season. I don't know what's going on with Miami not being aggressive this year, so it's very weird. Strus and Gabe needs their minutes reduced. Here's the thing. Gabe Vincent, I think he got to stop picking up fucking ticky-tack fouls because although I think it was 2 bullshit fouls last game, his fouls this game was legitimate, right? But he can't allow himself to get out of rhythm because Gabe Vincent's somebody who plays within rhythm. I don't think they should minimize his minutes and give more minutes to who? Kyle Lowry? So I have no problem with Gabe Vincent, but he just got to keep himself on the floor. Can't just be picking up fucking fouls left and right. Denver Nuggets 4 of 4 on cuts thus far. They've got 8 points in this quarter, all coming off of cuts. There's Jokic making a move inside on Bam. No foul called. Rebound by Miami. Long rebound, I should say, by Kyle Lowry. Oh, they should attack at Braun right now. Oh, Jimmy Butler tries to get inside. He's going to get a foul on Jokic. I think that should be the 3rd foul on Jokic right now. No, that might be the 4th. No, it's the 3rd one. That's the 3rd foul on Nikola Jokic. Jimmy Butler trying to attack. Oh, there's Flo Rida right there with those doggone shiny, bright-ass fucking jeans. 2 free throws from Miami. They're going to cut the deficit down to 6. And he does put in both free throws. I'm slightly behind here because I see it's updated on ESPN, but it's behind on my television. So I don't know how many seconds I'm behind. Luckily, there's a slight delay on YouTube. So with that being the case, at least I'm in a situation where I don't see nothing. So there is that. Play welcome to my house. Shit. Aid said, be careful in Atlanta. I heard they be stealing dudes' asses over there. Well, ain't nobody going to be stealing my ass. I can promise you that much. Bruce Brown tries to get inside. He gets himself a bucket. Gets that one to fall. 76-68 is the score. Oh, yeah, it just updated. So, yeah, it's a slight delay. So, when it happens for me on screen, then it updates. So, yeah, it works for me. So, I don't have anything that is essentially, I would say, spoiling. Bam Adebayo, no floaters here. You're guarded by Brown. Go, Bam. What you doing? Bam tries a dunk, but they're going to call offensive goaltending, and that's going to be a turnover. What the hell was Bam Adebayo looking at, bruh? How do you not get that dunk? What is he doing? Oh, no, I think it was Jokic's hand was in the bucket. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't challenge it. Yep, so that's going to be a free throw for Jokic. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm confused now. I think they're checking to see if stuff is leveled or something. I'm very confused here. Well, I think the rim might be, I don't know what transpired there, but Bam got to finish that. Can't be missing no dunks. That's crazy. Yeah, now they got to fix the rim. That's going to take them out of rhythm. Brian said, to put 2 on, said, you're about 30 seconds ahead of me, and you're home in Arizona. Well, what do you know? Quentin put 2 on. Quintino, I should say. Put 2 on, said, you feel like Jimmy is passing on open jumpers. Not only is he passing on open jumpers, he's not laying the ball up at the basket. And I've said this all series long. When he attacks, who challenges him? Nobody. Jimmy should be averaging 30 right now, just attacking the fucking basket. But for whatever reason, it's on some, I'm going to try to get my teammates involved in everything. You do recognize the more that you attack the basket has opened up way more wide open creation shots for your squad. You don't have to keep trying to condense the defense to go and kick it out. Soon enough, they're no longer going to try to cover you when you attack the basket like they're doing now. They're running this man in single coverage against Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon is a foul accumulating machine. Can he play defense? Yes. But when you attack him, he soon enough is going to hit you all going on. He's going to get in foul trouble or whatever the case may be, and then he's off the floor. What you should be doing is attack, get to the free throw line, because that's what Jimmy Butler been doing better than anybody in the entire playoffs. But for whatever reason, here we are, But I think they're fixing to take a period of time to go ahead and make the adjustments on the doggone rim. So there is that. Ronan, 5 was, hey, Chiseled. So do I plan on doing a second rant about Spirit Airlines? Also, much love, my guy. No, I'm not going to make another one. There's no reason to. I wasn't on Spirit. It was an edit. I was actually on JetBlue. But Jeffrey said Bam is making some questionable plays. He's playing panic ball. He's always been more of a shooter. He's a 6'9" center. He should be playing the 4. That's why I think Miami should have made a move for Miles Turner, and that would have let Bam play the game that he ultimately wants to play, because truly I don't think he should be down there at center. He's an incredibly undersized center. Afferny, put 5 on it. I appreciate you. Nelson said, Chiseled needs some more Detroit urban survival training. Apparently Atlanta got some booty wars. Well, what I need the extra Detroit urban survival training for? Ain't nobody fixing to pull up and take my booty. It's not happening. Adonis should be coaching in Miami. Oh, no, not me. I ain't fixing to coach nothing. Big Humfer said, who would have won in a fight between Demetrius Johnson and John Jones? I am picking John Jones in every single fight there is. Moyo said, do I actually hate Cody Parkey? No, I have no hate for anybody in my heart. It's just a sports, reaction to things. Yeah, it's offensive basket interference. I believe that is a one-shot technical, if I'm not mistaken. How does Bam miss this? And even if they argued that Jokic's hand was inside, interesting. I think they went over there to try to level the rims. Yeah, they're still pumping the rims to make sure that it is level. That's interesting. Gotta go crank out the screws. Imagine your handyman out there in a doggone suit. Whoever happens to be the spouse of this individual fixing the goddamn rim, that man's about to have a story. Did you know in the NBA Finals I had the chance to go out there and fix the rim in front of the entire world? Crazy, isn't it? Anthony Pavavon said, since I'm in Atlanta, have I tried Zaxby's yet? Southern staple. Yes, I went to Zaxby's the last time that I went to Atlanta back in November of last year, and I had some Zaxby's. Oh, wow, they have the close-up on the shot of the level. It's moving back and forth, but it's approaching level. I think right now it might be leveled, and they're heading back out there. What about Grant Williams? No, I don't hate anybody. I literally don't. I just sit over here. And, of course, I have vehement anger at moments, but ain't no way I'm harboring hate. Like, hate is a very strong word. People use words sparingly. Like, come on, son. I make my video, I move on with the rest of my life. Like, whenever people see me make the Pittsburgh Steelers video, they really be thinking I'm stressed out, I'm losing my mind. I'm over the game within 5 minutes. Sometimes less, like, oh, damn, the game is done. Oh, man. Once I get done with my rant, I'm fine. Even if I have a rant, don't have a rant. It has no bearings on my life. I've talked about this time and time again. There's no issue in having emotion as it pertains to your squad or whatever the case may be. But if you then allow it to affect your entire mood, like you can't function on Monday when you go to work or you go to school or you're at home when you're with your family or you're with your kids, your significant other, because your team lost. I think that's crazy. Everything is just like, I'm not gonna sit over here, man. I do it for views. Like I do. Obviously, you post online, you do your stuff to get views. Because views is ultimately what draws traction. But nevertheless, like I'm not over there hot or whatever the case. Y'all have watched me live at games, whether my squad has won, whether my squad has lost. I'm here at all times. I'll have moments where I elevate, but then overall, I'm at the same spot. Nothing's changed. So there is that. I wouldn't say fake rant for views. Like, I legit say what I say what it is that I feel. Oh, what happened to this woman? That woman have a seizure or something? Wait a minute. What happened to that woman? Oh, good Lord. Somebody passed out? What the hell's going on? They had to adjust. They had to adjust the rim, and now they had to go call a paramedic or something to go bring a woman. God damn, what's going on in Miami? Good Lord, Quan said he's praying for that NPCs. Shit's getting crazy out there. It's fixing to be Nuggets basketball, no technical. Good God. Meanwhile, on the floor for Denver, it's Brown, Murray, Jokic, and Gordon. On the floor for Miami, Martin, Robinson, Butler, Adebayo, and Lowry. There's a switch. They're going to try to get it to Joker. No, they're not. Kick it over to Brown. Brown tries a three. Gets that one to fall. The lead is back up to 11. Austin said the first Zaxby's in 90 was in Statesboro, Georgia, not Atlanta staple. Oh, well, what do you know? I think it's more of a Georgia staple. Jimmy Butler gets himself an alley-oop from Bam. They cut it down to 9, but they're going to need to defend and score heavily if they want to win this doggone game. But yes, I did have Zaxby's last time that I came out here. Will said, hey, Chiseled, you don't hate, but you don't like Dominic Mysterio or Simon Dean. No, I certainly do not like those brothers. I certainly do not like those brothers whatsoever, but I don't hate them. Like, I don't have that vehement hate. With Dominic Mysterio, I'm getting worked over. He's doing his great job at what it is that he's doing. But I certainly don't hate the man. Like, man, I want to see you dead. Like, it's the character is so incredibly good that it makes you feel. That's what they're supposed to do. So, kudos to those guys. But nevertheless, here we are. 3-point shot from Caleb Martin. But again, for Miami, it doesn't matter how much you score if you can't defend. That has been their biggest problem in the third quarter of this series, is despite their mass scoring, they simply cannot defend. They hit threes, but then the other squad always hits twos. And that's their biggest issue. Why is Adebayo at the top of the doggone key? What are they doing? They're doing too much passing. You need to start attacking, man. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand why Miami keeps playing this freaking back and forth bullshit kind of stuff that they're doing right now. Because if I'm not mistaken, Gordon got 2 fouls, Porter got 3, Jokic got 3. I don't understand why Miami's not attacking, bro. Denver hasn't even shot a free throw in this quarter. They haven't even shot a free throw in this quarter. Kyle Lowry trying to attack. He's going to put up a jumper. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound by Jamal Murray. Papa Ducks is overpriced. I have no clue. I've never seen one of those. But Zaxby's was pretty good. Chevron Patuon said, is this how the Shadow Realm look? Looks comfy. Oh, my. Duncan Robinson guarding freaking Jamal Murray. 10-point deficit right now for Miami. Murray kicks it over to Gordon. Gordon tries a three, and that's a good one right there for Gordon. He takes a look back at the Miami bench. Bam Adebayo, 3 seconds. And he going to try a jumper for what reason? For what reason? 13-point deficit right now for Miami going into the fourth quarter. What the fuck was that, bro? What the fuck was that? If Miami don't start attacking for whatever reason, like I talked about this at the beginning of the series, for whatever reason, I don't understand why. Since Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Miami simply has not attacked the basket en masse. They simply just have not. And I've said this time and time again. It's not that there's rim protectors galore. That's not the case. It's like an unwillingness to try to finish at the basket. They'll have an attempt at a layup. They'll jump and then turn and kick it out somewhere. It's like somebody's messing with their controller or something, bro. It doesn't make sense to me. attack the basket. This is a completely, you've played the entire playoffs slashing towards the basket, and then since going up 3-0 against the Celtics, they've just been unwilling to do so. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And the pundits on television don't talk about it. For whatever the case may be, Miami's not questioned about it, for at least en masse in the media. I think they've asked Jimmy Butler a couple of times. But outside of that, I just don't get it. The last 7 games, they just have not attacked, or I should say the last 8 games. They simply have not went and attacked. It's like, I actually, and I talked about this in game 2. As it pertains to Jimmy Butler, I was like, yo, fam, maybe they shook of the moment. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm very confused. James said, you ready for me to say and no and now no charges? No.
And now no charges. No.
Come on now. It's getting ridiculous. Fourth quarter, we're getting ready to start real soon. He keep acting like Jokic is the defensive player of the year. Probably, bro. I'm still not saying game is done. I've seen great. Miami's played good in every fourth quarter with the exception of last game when I was there live. But we shall see how things play out. James says, do I really use Manscaped? Indeed, I do. Do I really use Manscaped? Give me a second. Do I really use Manscaped? There's the for the beard brush and then comb, brush. Yeah, I use Manscaped all the time. Obviously, I didn't take a shaver with me or whatever the case may be. I don't necessarily need that with me on the road, but yes, I use Manscaped. Everything that I've ever sponsored, I use all of them. Legit, use all of them. So there's that. I went over there to go ahead and grab it. Whoa, wait a minute. Arlen said I'm about to show off my balls. Where's that coming from? Why would I do that? Nevertheless, you already know what time it is. Time to sound the alarm. Lady, I can't scream because obviously I'm on the road. But ladies and gentlemen, we are on the road in Atlanta, making sure that we are watching Game 4 of the NBA Finals. 12 minutes remain for Miami to knot this series at 2-2. But 12 minutes remain for Denver to take a commanding 3-1 lead, returning back to Mile High, Colorado. What will be the fate of the Heat? What will be the fate of the Nuggets? Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to the fourth quarter. And the quarter immediately begins with a 2-point shot missed by Caleb Martin. On the floor for Miami, it's Adebayo, Robinson, Martin, Lowry, and Butler. Meanwhile, on the floor for the Nuggets, it's Murray, Jokic, Brown, and Jeff Green. Murray and Jokic are not going to come off the floor. Like right now, if I'm not mistaken, they both played 31 and 32 respective minutes. They will be going 42 minutes, 43 minutes, one way or another. I should say 42 minutes, 41 minutes, or 43, 44, regardless. They are not coming off the floor, right? And if they're going to come off the floor in this quarter, it's going to be when they're up by a significant amount. I promise you they won't be coming off the floor. So for Miami, Bam better get ready to play the whole quarter, and so will Jimmy Butler. They're going to have to get ready to play the entire doggone quarter, and moreover, they're going to have to be aggressive. Right now, if you ain't playing aggressive, get the fuck off the floor. These motherfuckers is cheering airball like they're not down by 13. What's wrong with them? So, here comes Miami, their second possession of this quarter. Nikola Jokic, 23, 12, and 4. The 4 is the assist, and that's exactly what Miami needed. But what they need to do right now is go and attack. Bam Adebayo looking very fearful to try to attack, and there's going to be a kick ball. And that's going to reset the doggone clock to 14 seconds. For the life of me, They're going to need to give the ball to Jimmy Butler. Give the ball to, hell, give it to Duncan Robinson. Bam can't be Buns if that's the case. It's time for game 4, Jimmy, for real. Caleb Martin gets blocked. Large rebound over there. Duncan Robinson tries a 3. Gets that one to fall. They cut the deficit down to 10. So like I said, get the ball to Duncan Robinson. Give the ball to Duncan Robinson. At least he going to be aggressive. He going to pull the trigger. I don't want to see Max Strus on the floor at all. Let Duncan Robinson play the entire fourth quarter. Nah, it's not even Jimmy Bricks, bro. It's Jimmy non-aggressive. It's just Jimmy. I don't care if Jimmy goes to the cup and misses. If it's like game 6 where he misses a shit ton of, shots like when they did against the Celtics, but he's actually, trying to lay it up, I got no problem with that. But if you're not aggressive at all, we got issues. Caleb Martin wide open, tries a 3, can't get that one to go. Oh no, Brown is out of bounds. It's going to remain Miami basketball. All these 3-pointer shots, I have no problem if you wide open, but you got to try to get to the cup. If I was Jimmy Butler, I would immediately try to see if I can get some layups or get to the free throw line. Because if Miami gets themselves in the bonus, within, 6 minutes or whatever the case is, then they can really play their style of basketball. But if they're not trying to draw fouls, they're going to have a bad time. Oh my God, Adebayo, master fucking turnover poppy, son. Oh, huge block by Bam, and Miami's going to get the ball back in transition back the other way. You got to go and attack the basket. Nope, they're going to slow it down. Duncan Robinson, what's he going to do? He gets it over to Jimmy Butler, and there's a foul. All right, you can get stuff started right there with fouls. Bam Adebayo, a fucking turnover monster, bro. I really don't understand what's wrong with that man. Hell of a job to get back on the other end of the floor. Good job by Bam Adebayo to get back on the other end of the floor. But that man's got how many turnovers right now? Bam's got 6 fucking turnovers. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. I know he's a pretty good passer, but 6 turnovers, that is ridiculous, bro. He's got more turnovers by himself than Denver has as an entire team. There's Duncan Robinson, tries another 3. Can't get that one to fall. Jimmy Butler allowed himself to get boxed out by Braun. Oh, I should say Brown. I keep saying Braun. Braylon put 2 on and said, Bam Adebayo. And there's going to be an offensive foul right there. I think they're going to call that one on Joker. Oh, wow, that's Joker's 5th foul. That's Joker's 5th foul. Hello, if there's a time to attack, it's now. If there's a time to attack, it's now. That's a flop on Bam. That's a flop on Bam. Oh, no, Joker moved it. Damn. Bam definitely flopped, but Joker's arm extended. So even though it's a soft-ass fucking call, Bam is going to get because the extension, it's over. It's over. Now you can't risk bringing in Joker. If Miami doesn't attack now, I don't know what to say. If Miami doesn't attack now, I don't know what to say. Aaron Gordon is at center right now. If you don't attack now, I don't know what to say. And there's a foul call. Thank you, Miami. Now's the time to attack. I've been saying this since the beginning. Now's the time to attack. I don't want to see a jump shot unless you're wide open, bruh. There's Chris Tucker and Forrest Whitaker. That's the 5th foul right there. I will say right now, Bam definitely flopped, but the problem is, and this is where what comes into play. Oh boy, you could actually say that was clean. But one way or another, this is where problems happen. This is why spacing and understanding of the game. This is why when Jason Tatum sees you do this with your hands, he immediately underhooks all the time. It's all about positioning. The moment that you have this and you extend, it's fucking over. They're going to call offensive foul all the time. Remember, Kyle Lowry, game 2. He got called for an offensive foul on Joker. Joker somewhat flopped, but guess what? Kyle Lowry extended. The moment you extend, problem. Fundamentals is incredibly important. Miami by 3, you guarantee, says Austin. I actually say it would be Miami by 4. But that was my original prediction was. Quintino put 2 on, said that's a flop. I agree. That's a flop. But the problem was with Joker, since the arm extended, the referee's going to call it. Like you could legit flop. Why do you think? Who's the best person I could say? CP3, master flopper. Patrick Beverly to a particular degree. Tony Allen was a magnificent defender. He was never really considered a flopper. But I want you to understand, when you do mess around and flop, you got to know how to do it. Kyle Lowry, incredibly good at it as well. You have to know how to do it. The moment that arm extends, drop yourself. If you play basketball and you understand fundamentals, that's what you do right there. Aaron Gordon about to throw up a 3. It's going to go in too. Nope. Wow, he missed. Long rebound by Miami. They got to get a bucket here, though. Duncan Robinson, he's going to try the 3. No, he's not. Don't take no skip passes. If I'm Jimmy Butler, I got to attack. Jimmy Butler inside and 1. Jimmy Butler inside and one. Miami's going to cut the deficit down to 5 if he makes this free throw here. And Miami's on the move with Joker on the bench. I don't understand why the fuck they haven't been attacking all game. This shit, if Miami wins here tonight, I'm gonna be happy, but I'm gonna be stressed that I didn't have a chance to see it. That will open the door for me to return back to Miami for game 6, but I'm not gonna sit over here and fucking get ahead of myself. They're still trailing by 6 here. They gotta get a bucket though. Julio said he about to make a hydro-generated bomb and find these refs' house. Don't do that. But I should say, I've been saying it all series long, the refs have been trash. The refs have been absolute garbage the entire series. Whether it's in favor of Miami, whether it's in favor of Denver, the refs have been garbage. In fact, you can argue all playoffs long. There's always going to be bad calls. We've always established this. There will be bad calls. The problem is, if you're consistently having bad calls, on average, you got issues. Like I've always said, if you're going to let them play, you're going to let them be physical, let them be physical across the board. If you're going to call everything, call everything. There's moments in which officials won't see things. I have no problem with that. But if you're standing right there and you just made a call that was in front of you, and then you're standing there again and it's right in front of you, but this time you choke on your whistle, come on now. It's crazy. It's crazy. In the NFL, the NBA, I don't know what the deal is. There have been some bad calls on a consistent basis that simply do not make sense, bro. There's moments in which you can make a call and it's questionable, but you can look at it like, I can understand with the ref. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. More often than not, watching the officiating of the playoff games, whether it be NBA, NFL, more often than not, you leave that game like, yo, these officials was trash. Whether it's on your squad or against your squad. You leave the game saying, yo, these officials were trash. That's a problem, Roger Goodell. That's a problem, Adam Silver. You might want to consider either getting new referees or really penalizing motherfuckers for not doing their job. So that's all I got to say about that. Gregory said they want Miami to win this, obviously. No, I would disagree. This hasn't been a game that has heavily favored Miami as it pertains to fouls. In fact, I would argue in the third quarter going into the fourth is when you started to get calls that started to favor Miami. In the first half, there were calls that favored Denver. Now, when we talk about like the lopsided sort of situation, it has to showcase itself throughout the game. Of course, you can have spurts to where you can look at the officiating calls like, man, that's some old bullshit or whatever. But you have to consider the fact of when the calls are happening, because look at it like this. If you're a referee and you really want to dictate the game, you mess up pace, you mess up momentum. That's when you make the calls. You don't make calls in favor of a squad when that squad is doing, terrible or something of that nature. And let's say you're down by 20 or some shit like that. Miami simply, they haven't been aggressive. They haven't played very strong, or whatever the case is. You had yourself to flop or whatever the case was after that, right? But again, like I said, you have to look at the technicality. Extension of the arm, you're going to end up getting called with that. Even if the person flops, the moment you do this shit, it's over. That's why you have to keep your shit locked. They teach you that all the time. If you ever play basketball, you got to keep your shit tucked. You got to keep it tucked. Moment that you go out there, it's over. TKG, Pafavon said, my thoughts on Zion Williamson with porn stars and working more off court than on court. Stay tuned. I got a video coming. Liddy Lindo said the flop was BS. Fam, I said it was a flop. I've agreed it's a flop. But because Jokic extended the arm, the referee's going to call it on the extension of the arm. The same thing happened with Kyle Lowry and Nikola Jokic in Game 2. The moment that you extend, they're going to call the foul if the person flops. We've seen LeBron James get away with it. We've seen Patrick Beverley get away with it. We've seen Chris Paul get away with it. We've seen countless different individuals get away with it because the moment that you extend, all you have to do is that shit and the ref is going to call it. It's a far-gone conclusion. If you played basketball to where you got foul calls happening and all this other stuff, it always happens. The moment you extend, they're going to fucking call, they're going to blow the whistle. Miami down by 5. No, they're not. They're down by 8 now. Jamal Murray done put in a 3. Let me take a look at my pick'ems. 8 minutes left to play here, trailing by 8. Oh, wow. Jimmy Butler, one-on-one with Brown. Gets that one to fall. But deficit is still 6 right now. Let me take a look at my pick'em. Oh, wow. Yeah, that one is destroyed. Do I still have potential on the other ones? Nope. There's no chance for those to break. And then right here is all that remains here for me. I have Gabe Vincent, but he's not even on the floor, rightfully so. Christian Brown, pardon me, is on the floor at least, but he is not getting opportunities to, I guess, rebound or whatever. No, he's actually off the floor now. KCP's back in. Max Strus isn't going to see the floor for the remainder of this game. Jimmy Butler has to keep scoring, and then of course Michael Porter is on the bench right now, so at least I can probably get 3 of something. Good pass right there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Adebayo with the fucking floaters. Always with the fucking floaters. Go to the cup, bro. Caleb Martin could have had a reverse layup or something. They could have cut it down to 4 right there. You got to make smarter decisions. I don't think Jokic is going to check in until there's 5 minutes remaining. Jamal Murray might mess around and get every shot attempt here moving forward. There's a huge layup right there, and there's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra. I really don't understand why these motherfuckers keep shooting floaters, bro. That is crazy. Miami still and it's every time. Even last 2 nights ago in Game 3. 2 nights ago in Game 3, Miami opportunity to cut the deficit down to 7 when they were making that late run with 90 seconds remaining. Bam Adebayo standing there wide open, pulls up a jumper. KCP doesn't even contest. It's a brick, and that was the game right there. They pretty much they sent in Yurt. They sent in Jovic. Then they ended up subbing those guys out because Duncan Robinson kept making threes. And then all of a sudden, with an opportunity to cut it to 7, boom, brick. Then again, right here, chance to cut it down to 4. Bam. Oh, we're going to do another floater. Go to the basket. They don't have rim protectors. Draw foul. It's a sickness. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Motherfuckers do not attack. Bam, fade away Adebayo. Ain't that the truth? He's a finesse player, bro. Did you ever notice whenever he runs towards the basket, goes up to dunk, he's been getting and ones, with the exception of the offensive goaltend that he ended up getting on himself this game? I don't understand. Like, as somebody who watches the game, that's played the game, when you recognize something works, you don't go away from it. I don't want to show my hand. I don't want people to think I'm predictable. If you don't win this game, you're down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. Now's the time to do what's been working every single time. It doesn't make sense to me. It's very confusing. Jimmy Butler can't be aggressive until they're in the bonus. The fuck is wrong with him? It just don't make sense to me. Malik said, Bam just don't take his shots. Wish he was more comfortable. Man, forget the shots. He shouldn't even be shooting. Go to the goddamn cup. Joker got 5 fouls. He's not in the game. Aaron Gordon has 3 fouls for the longest. Jimmy Butler should have been trying to get to the line on Aaron Gordon. Get that brother in foul trouble. You get him off the floor. That's what you should be doing. I don't understand. That's what Miami did to get to the NBA Finals. From Game 1 against Milwaukee until Game 3 against Boston, Miami was the best squad at getting to the free throw line. Jimmy Butler made the most free throws in the playoffs. He had over 100 made free throws by Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And Miami, because they were making all those threes, because they were getting a shit ton of open looks, because the defense kept condensing because they're attacking the basket. From Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals up until Game 4 of the NBA Finals, these motherfuckers just refused to attack. It's very confusing to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And you know what's crazy? This has by far been Bam's best offensive series of this playoffs, but still, it's floaters and jump shots, floaters and jump shots, floaters and jump shots. He's 7 of 16, so he's certainly not playing bad, but you've got to be kidding me. You have to attack. Like, I don't get it. That's what's been working for you. That's what's helped you get to this particular point. Jamal Murray got no turnovers in this game. I think Joker's going to check back in. No, he's not going to check back in. I guess not. It's Miami basketball right now. Greatest comrade put 10 on it. Said, I hope y'all were safe on that flight on Spirit Airlines or some bums, man. I mean, yeah, and it wasn't my flight. It was an edit. But nevertheless, I stay safe on my flights. I only had one flight, which was bad time, and that was a story time last time. Nevertheless, Jimmy Butler trying to, he's going to pull up for a jumper. Can't get that one to fall. Good kick out. Caleb Martin wide open. Doesn't take the shot. Duncan Robinson's going to try to get inside. He's going to put up a floater. Get that one to fall. 6:30 on the clock. Of course, it's Duncan Robinson who tries to get to the goddamn basket. Joker on the bench, on the floor right now for Denver. It's KCP, Jeff Green wide open in the corner for three. Gets that one to fall. You got to guard somebody. Wicked said, hey, Chill, what's my thought on Travis Rudolph's situation and outcome? Well, I'm pissed off for him. I think it's bullshit because you had it on camera that this lady, and then you have text messages. He should have had no business even going to court there. Ridiculousness. And there's the foul on Aaron Gordon. This is what you should be doing. He's now got 4. Go and attack him again and make him get 5. That's what you should have been doing. I don't get it. Maybe I should have played basketball. Maybe I should have tried to play at the highest level. Tried to play like it's easy. Yeah, you know what? I want to play basketball. Put me in the league. I don't know. It's weird to me. Afferny said, you're not a Heat fan, but those Bam jumpers be hurting. Fam, listen. You got centers shooting jumpers. It's confusing. I just don't get it. Nevertheless, Jack said you would get a custom Birdman Heat jersey. Custom Birdman Heat jersey. I mean, shit. I mean, at that point, you think 13, you might as well think of the Birdman instead of Bam if he ain't going to sit over here and be more aggressive. But there is that. Cornelius said Jimmy can't be one on a championship team, but would word have it the superstar Jimmy Butler say if you get Lillard then that Miami's a contender. Well, oh wow, they're gonna say Denver basketball deficit is 7. No, the problem is, here's the thing for Jimmy, right? And I said this time and time again, when he attacks at the basket and he's actually trying to go, and that's out on Duncan Robinson. Good call by the referee. He kicked the basketball. But are you wearing KDs? But the reason why I have problems is Butler doesn't play, like, he's not as aggressive in every single game, and that's the issue. When Jimmy Butler's aggressive, you can't guard him. Like, you can't guard him. It's so weird. It's like you see somebody who can be an offensive dynamo, but good fucking offense by Murray, but he couldn't get the basket to fall. And we're approaching 5 minutes. I would not be surprised if Joker is going to get checked in next. They're going to send in Joker now. If you're Jimmy, go and attack. 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 Nobody is there. It's one-on-one with KCP. Go up, Butler. Oh, my God. They about to steal the basketball. What the fuck is he doing? Man, he don't want to play no ball, man. He don't want to play no ball. Call timeout, Spoelstra. Call timeout, Spoelstra. He don't want to play no fucking basketball. He don't want to play no basketball. Jimmy Butler don't want to play no basketball. Come on, man. They got you one-on-one. They got you one-on-one. KCP's a great defender. They got you one-on-one. You refuse to fucking shoot the basketball inside. Oh, here come fadeaway out of bio. Here come fadeaway out of bio. It's a brick again. Here come fadeaway out of bio. 4:40 on the clock. They don't want to play no basketball. Come on, man. They don't want to play no basketball. Nobody want to lower the shoulder and get inside. Change my name to Adonis Haslam? Shit. Here come the Jamal Murray basket on Adebayo where they're going to quiet up the crowd. There it is. Put up the jumper. Can't get it to go. 24-second violation. 4:20 on the clock. Great defense from Mans, but I don't understand what the hell Jimmy Butler doing, bro. You in the paint, tuck the ball. What are you leaving it loose for? You've been playing basketball your whole life. You don't have loose hands in the paint. Sheldon said you can feel my frustration. You want to know why I'm upset? It's one thing if a team is just better than you. It's another thing if a team is better than you and you're also fucking beating yourself. Like that I've always said, if you're going to lose a basketball game, lose because if you're going to lose any game, lose because the other team is simply better than you. Don't fucking contribute to your downfall. If you taking good shots and the shots is missing, all right. Not everybody's going to play perfect. Yep, they're going to call it travel. Yep, there it is. So that's how you lose basketball games. That's how you lose basketball games. That's how you lose football games. Joker came out the game at, 9 minutes. At 9 minutes with 5 fouls, these motherfuckers drove to the basket twice. They drove to the basket twice. Incredible. Incredible. They said Jimmy Butler was injured. In his mind? In his mind? In his mind? Come on, man. I don't want to hear that shit. Ain't no way you watching the same game I'm watching. You see somebody like you pick and choose when you want to attack the basket. Come on, man. It's a philosophy. It's a mental thing. These motherfuckers don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want it. You on the court. You playing the game. You playing the game. Don't suit up. If you hurt, don't suit up. If you hurt, don't suit up. Look at Bruce Brown. He attacked the basket like that. You seen Miami do that all night? Fuck no. Well, Miami doesn't have any rim protectors. Denver does. Come on, man. If you playing basketball, look at that. They attack the basket at will with no hesitation. But Miami, oof. Oh, boy, we go to the basket. Well, how do we do that, Batman? We don't know how to do that. We're going to drive to the basket, and then we're going to pass the ball to somebody else. Doesn't make sense. They look like the Celtics in Game 7. Back-to-back games. They look like the Celtics in Game 7. No effort. Doesn't have the will to want to win. You don't have any fight. You have the look on your face like, man, I really want to win this game. But do you play like it? No. You'll never win basketball games like this. You'll never win anything in life like this. No aggressiveness whatsoever. You should be playing desperation basketball, balls to the wall, back up against the wall, fight or flight. But you trying to force shit. Nobody actually showed up on the court and said, nah, it's my time to go and take over. Remember Game 2? Remember what Jimmy Butler was doing to Grant Williams? Remember the look in the face that man had? Where it was, yo, give me the ball and everybody get out the way? He ain't got that look on his face right now because they got the clamps on him. No, they don't. He got his jersey loose right now. They might as well call a tech. Nobody want to shoot. There's Caleb Martin. Takes a shot, can't get it to go. Somebody better foul. You ain't going to win this game. They about to start heading towards the stand. I promise you they're going to start leaving. They're going to start leaving right now. Bruce Brown, oh, where's he going? To the basket again. Bruce Brown heading to the basket again. Like ease. Miami looking for fucking shots. Go to the basket. It's simple. When the jump shots ain't falling, you fight to go to the basket. Nobody trying to do that shit. It doesn't make sense to me. That's what has helped them get to this point. That's why I've been saying time and time again for Miami. Remember, before we had Game 1 of the finals, when I did my preview for the NBA Finals, what did I say Miami has to do? Attack the basket. Attack the basket, and then everything that has worked will work for you. But since Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, they're unwilling to go and attack the basket. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. They do it to themselves. It's one thing if Denver had played such suffocating defense to where you're unwilling to do it. It's another thing if you just don't want to do it. You have a clear lane to the basket. Nah, we're not going to go do that. We're going to waste more time. Like legit, Miami's offense is, we're going to hold the ball until there's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And then Bam Adebayo is going to be at the top of the free throw line. Somebody's going to go curl. We're going to see if we could get a good look from 3. If not, then we'll take a jump shot from the perimeter or a fadeaway shot from inside the paint. It's ridiculous. If there was heat, listen, the gas bill is not paid. Braylon put 5 on say, here's the thing. If you're losing a basketball game, at least put up a fight. Play the game until you're out of breath. Exactly. Shit, they should have put Kevin Love in the game. Kevin Love was playing like he was trying to contend for a championship. CF71 said they put zero pressure on Denver by not attacking. Exactly. Ain't no way Joker got 5 fouls with 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, Miami attacked the basket twice. 9 times. Bruce Brown attacked the basket more times in 1 minute than Miami did since Joker picked up his 5th foul. Doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's always got to be some sort of desperation shit for Miami. Oh, Caleb Martin could have got his 6th foul called on Joker. I'm pretty sure he scored right now. Now my television is glitching again. My television's glitching again. If I'm Jimmy Butler, I'm gonna attack the basket. They still doing this passing thing. Let me change the channel. And then go back. Kyle Lowry by the force. Jesus Christ, man, these dudes ain't playing no basketball. I can't see shit. This joint is my whole TV is lagging again. What was the last channel? I have no clue what the hell just transpired. But Green put 2 on, said, as of right now, who's the Finals MVP? Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic. That's who's the MVP right now. It's easily Nikola Jokic. Oh, there's another and one. I guess Duncan got a bucket. Oh, is that Bruce? Go get him, Bruce. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody's attacking the basket. Bruce Brown. Well, that one's on a floater. That floater's been working all series long. Somebody trying to play basketball. Caleb Martin with the foul. Somebody trying. Bruce Brown at least comes in and he's aggressive. Christian Brown, what does he do? He comes in, he's aggressive. Aaron Gordon can't create his shot to freaking save his life, but what does he do? He's aggressive. Here's Bam Adebayo. Is he gonna attack the basket? Yup. Oh wow! Could you imagine that? Look at Bam Adebayo. Knuckles to the paint to the glass. You got a layup. Could you imagine that? Wow. I wonder if he did that earlier in the game, what things would look like. Knuckles to the glass. You got a layup with ease. I wonder why that is. Well, Nikola Jokic has 5 fouls. Well, maybe he had 5 fouls 7 minutes ago. Look at Bruce Brown with ease getting to the cup. With ease getting to the cup. Come on now. With ease getting to the cup. Bam Adebayo gets inside. Loses the basketball. Get him off the court, man. Get him off the court. KCP, wide open 3. Bang. Gets that to go. Timeout Miami. Timeout Miami. 14-point lead. Miami about to lose 2 in a row at home. Good God. Nobody got that dog in him, man. Nobody got no dog in him right now. Bruce Brown getting to the cup at ease. Go get him, Bruce. Getting to the cup at ease, at will. Good God. L said, I ain't seen Chill this time since Harrison doinked the I don't know what that means. This titled? What does that mean? They about to have to take the L out of Lover and say it's over, brother. Good God. You talk about a squad that's unwilling to go. Like, your fam, I agree. F the timeout, bro. Just let him go play. F the timeout. Let him play it out, bro. If I was Miami, I would have Pat Riley walk into the fucking locker room and start driving them. Because remember, Pat Riley led squads. You're going to be aggressive start to finish, period. Ain't going to be no soft playing, bro. These motherfuckers don't want it. It's one thing if, and like I said before, it's one thing if you continually fight and you come up short. Like last year's Miami Heat team, that's a squad that just came up short, but they literally gave you everything they got. Everything they got. That game 7, that was a squad that was determined to win and they came up short. This squad that made it to the NBA Finals since game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, man, they ain't trying to play no winning basketball, man. Now they about to go desperation threes mode. Duncan Robinson going to be the only motherfucker. Look at him not even crashing the board. Caleb Martin able to save the basketball and easy steal. That's what that's got to be turnover number 9 for Bam. How many turnovers is that for Bam? 8th turnover for Bam Adebayo. Might as well start heading towards the damn stands, bro. Might as well start heading towards the stands. Pack them boys up, man. Pack them boys up, man. They don't. Duncan Robinson is right now. He's the best player on Miami. Bruce Brown, another 3. Another 3. 21 points for Bruce Brown. That man's proven a point to the Brooklyn Nets. These motherfuckers looking for the right pass. You got 70 seconds left in the game. They looking for the right pass. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Dudes ain't aggressive whatsoever, man. Pack them boys up. Quintano, put 5 on it. Quinto, everybody on this team has a Ben Simmons syndrome. Indeed. Easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's absolutely easy. When you got a squad that don't got no heart, don't got no fight in them, come on now. You were supposed to be the squad that got that dog in you. No, you don't. No, you don't. A dog barks. You want to know what Miami doing right now? That's Miami. Motherfuckers don't want it. Get them the fuck out of here, man. Get them the fuck out of here. They don't want it. Dudes is soft. Dudes is soft. Virtuoso put a 5 on, say Heat fans are doing the SpongeBob. All right, I'm gonna head out. Hey, I'm surprised they still in the seats at this point. Hell, nobody even trying to get no tech. Joker checked in just so he could go out there and get him some more buckets. Look at Bam. He going to stop. Watch Bam stop too. Watch Bam stop too. Looking for the right pass. Come on, son. It's a minute left in the game. You still looking. Oh, I got to make the right pass. These dudes don't want it. Nobody even got no look on their face of being angered. Nobody even got the look on their face of being angry. Nobody doing nothing, bruh. Nobody being physical. Nobody even picking up no texts. Nothing at this point. No fury, no anger, nothing, bruh. Oh, I guess we lost. We'll go back to Denver, right? Eastern Conference Championship ring. We won the conference, guys. Woohoo! We won the conference. We went to the finals. Yay! Get them out of here, man. Get him out of here. Elise Patuan said, is Spoelstra's job in trouble if the Heat lose? No, Spoelstra's job is not in trouble. Spoelstra's job is never going to be in trouble. Spoelstra will never get fired. He'll have to step down. Spoelstra will never get fired. Denver goes on the road, gets 2 W's in Miami, where the Heat has now lost 5 straight home games. 5 straight home games. No, pardon me, 4 straight home games. They lost game 4, where they could have closed out the series. They lost game 6 on a buzzer beater from Derek White. They've lost game 3. I was there in game 3. They got blown the fuck out. They lost game 4. They got cooked in the fourth quarter. And now they got to go back to Denver for game 5. These motherfuckers, they don't want it. Man, take the camera off of them, man. Put the camera on Denver. Put the camera on Denver. Motherfuckers played soft, bro. I want to see Adonis Haslam in game 5. I want to see Adonis Haslam in game 5. Get these dudes off the court, bro. Get them up out of there, man. Interview Denver. Talk to Denver, man. Show somebody who's interested in playing basketball. Show somebody who's interested in playing basketball. And you can argue they survived game 2, but here's the thing. Game 2, they actually played in that fourth quarter when they came back from 10 down. They actually played like a squad that had their back up against the wall. Because when you look at how Miami played that fourth quarter, because remember, they lost the other 3 quarters. They played that fourth quarter like that was a game 7. Game 3... or I should say, no, not game 3. Game 1, they did the same thing, but they waited until the fourth quarter to do it. Quarter 1 for Miami in game 2, they came out like it was the fourth quarter of the previous game. So when you show up and you play basketball as if your backup is against the wall, you're playing your best version. But these motherfuckers is cooling for 3 quarters and they think, all right, the fourth quarter, we can come alive. It's a philosophy thing. I've said time and time again, and I don't know how many times I have to keep reiterating, reverberating, regurgitating the same said sentiment. I cannot stress enough Miami's unwillingness to attack. It's one thing if you can't play defense, which they're not playing very great defense whatsoever. It's one thing if you can't play defense. It's another thing if offensively you're refusing to be aggressive. If you can't be aggressive and the defense is stopping you, that's one thing. If you're unwilling to be aggressive, that's another thing. I would hope, and I've said this since the Celtics series, I would hope that the sports talking heads get on television and talk about Miami's unwillingness to be aggressive. You want to know why they beat the Bucks? You want to know why they beat the Knicks? You want to know why they took a 3-0 series lead against the Celtics? Because these motherfuckers did what? They were aggressive. They attacked the basket and condensed the defense that opened up wide open 3-point shots for their shooters. They're unwilling to do that over the course of the last 8 games. What happened to Playoff Jimmy? Playoff Jimmy stopped being aggressive. Maybe it's because of the injury. Is it really? Because he's still moving just fine. It's not as if he can't move. It's as if the man is just unwilling to shoot. Bam Adebayo's having the best series, at least scoring, this playoffs ever. But what is it? Jump shots, fadeaways, floaters. Every time he goes up for a strong dunk, with the exception of 2 different times, he's gotten a dunk or an and one. These motherfuckers don't want to play basketball. Duncan Robinson, the only dude who's charging towards the paint, and he's got knuckles towards the glass. You ain't going to win no games like that, bruh. You ain't going to win no games like that. You're going to get cooked. You're going to get cooked. It is what it is. John Trell said they were 8th seed for a reason. We're just seeing the talent different. No, it's not. No, it's not. This isn't Boston where the Celtics had streaky superstars. Nuggets are a different animal. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not a huge difference of talent that's the downfall for Miami. It's a philosophy and a mentality. When Miami attacks the basket, they're pound for pound right there. The moment they stop being aggressive, think about it. Think about it. Let's really think about it. Whenever Denver goes up by double digits, why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Look at Miami's offense every time Denver goes on a run. What do? What I said before. They're going to take the ball up the court. Bam Adebayo is going to have it at the top of the foul line. They wait until there's about between 10 and 12 seconds left on the shot clock. They send somebody in motion to go and set a pick. They try to see if somebody at the top of the key can get a three-point shot despite the fact that there's no motion down low. Then at that point, somebody takes either a bad jump shot or a floater. You want to know when Miami plays good offense? When they attack the basket, condense the defense, kick it out, and then you have wide open shooters. It's the same philosophy the entire series. But what's the problem? They don't be aggressive. It's one thing if you're out there getting, completely shut down, like I said before. It's one thing if they're picking you up at half court and you simply can't go to the basket. What happens when Miami puts their head down, tucks the doggone shoulder, and attacks towards the basket? They get a layup, they get a foul call, or they get a wide open shooter. Every time. Every time. Go back and watch the first quarter of Game 2. You want to know how Strus had those 4 made threes? There was one that he was just on a regular possession. They kicked it to him. He took the shot and got it. Every other time, attacked the basket. He put it up because he was wide open. Caleb Martin's 8-point swing, Game 3. What happened? Attacked the basket or somebody else attacked. He was wide open in the corner for a 3. It's a philosophy thing. When Miami goes punch for punch with Denver, Miami attacks the basket. When Denver goes on runs offensively, Miami doesn't attack the basket. It's more Miami than it is Denver. And it's not to say Denver's not a good basketball team, because they're a phenomenal basketball team. They've earned the right to be here. But it's not such a huge talent differential. I think people are so blinded by the box score or what happens by the tail end of the game. If you watch the game, when Miami's aggressive, they're right there with them. When they're not aggressive, they're an 8 seed. It's legitimately what it is. Craziness. 8 of 25 for 3. How was it 3-point shots? 3-point shots with 4 seconds left on the shot clock when there was no motion that led open to wide open 3-point shots. 3-point shots coming off of picks when they never really set up any particular kind of, transition or whatever the case may be right there. Nobody really had a very good pick. Like their shot selection this game, terrible. Terrible. Incredible. Well, one way or another, Gabe Vincent not playing well because he keeps getting himself in foul trouble, so he takes himself out of the rhythm. All of the good Gabe Vincent games, take a look at the fouls. Never in foul trouble. Gabe Vincent picks up fouls, you're out of foul trouble. Or I should say you're in foul trouble, you're out of rhythm, you're out of rotation. You don't not only do you not get the minutes, you don't get the shot attempts, and moreover, you don't have the flow that you initially have. Caleb Martin, that's a different situation. Game 1 and 2, I don't know what the fuck happened with him. Mans was not aggressive whatsoever. You know what's interesting, and I said this before, Duncan Robinson right now, in my opinion, the MVP for the Heat right now, and Caleb Martin, at least the two of them, at least attempt to crash towards the basket. Bam Adebayo, collectively in this series, has played the best for Miami. That's a problem. But you'll never win like that. Matthew Patuan said they're all part of the same unit. Union friends in the off season. They don't want enemies. Nobody wants to tweak and well, you said twerk, but nobody wants to twerk an ankle, knee, or shoulder or anything. They just want to chill on Insta. No more killers like Kobe or MJ. You're certainly not wrong there. Mark Jackson Batuan said, who needs to be fired? Nobody, because this Heat team is going to break up. This band of undrafted, they're going to break up. Gabe Vincent's going to get paid. He's going to head elsewhere. Max Strus most likely is going to get a contract that is going to out-earn whatever the hell he's getting right now. He's going to end up going elsewhere. Miami's going to, I think Kyle Lowry, he has one more year, to come back, but I don't know what the deal is going to be with him, if he's going to play another year or not. But whatever the case is for Miami, this squad, this band of undrafted guys and Butler and Adebayo, this is their last opportunity. It's over for them. Is Hero cleared to play? He'll most likely play in Game 5. Jeffrey put 5 on and said, I feel like the Heat's only goal was the Celtics. Probably. It seemed like that was the only thing that they were interested in, beating Boston, because but still, the same thing applied. And I'm just going to say this same point again, and then we'll head right into the closing. Since Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Miami simply just not has it. It's like they had to change it. It's like night and day. It's changed. Look at Game 2. Look at Game 1. Look at Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals and how Miami attacked the basket. And mind you, Boston at least has rim protectors, right? Al Horford, fucking 76 years old. He can still play defense from inside the paint. Rob Williams was sending shit to the fucking third row. He can still play defense. Denver doesn't have that, but yet Miami refused to do it. Aaron Gordon's a very good defender, exceptional defender. But you can't tell me, did he? Like I said before, he can get into foul trouble like that. Jimmy Butler just unwilling to go and attack. It's bizarre to me. It's weird. SAWFT, soft. Juice said, you going to be honest, you think last year's team would have possibly beat the Warriors this year? Fam, let me tell you something. No, would they have beaten the Warriors last year? I don't think so. I think they would have went down in 7 against the Warriors. But I think last year's Heat team could have beat this year's Heat team. You want to know why? PJ Tucker is going to play aggressive on defense every single possession. Ain't no way you could watch PJ Tucker on the court giving it his all and you don't fucking go in and try to attack and replicate that same thing. Last year's Heat team had more of a dog in them. This year's Heat team on paper, I think is better than last year's, even with after all the trades and everything. But at least last year they were attack. This year they were attack in the playoff series. They got up 3-0 against the Celtics and they said, man, this championship must be ours. And they forgot. It's not about if you deserve a championship. It's about you earning a championship. Denver, every team in the NBA deserves to win. But you have to earn it. Denver's earning it. Miami believes they deserve it. And that's why they came out here in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. They found themselves going down 3-1 in the series because the Denver Nuggets told them to take out their Metro charts and get aboard the train because they one game away from heading into the Death Note. So we say,
You lose.
I said, we say,
You lose.
once more, we say,
You lose.
because their quest of evening up the series and guaranteeing a Game 6 that I could fly down to Miami to attend was nothing but a
Failure.
I said. Their quest to even up the series at 2-2 was nothing but a
Failure.
once more. They took home court advantage just to lose both games on their home court. Where they do that at? Looking like Golden State in 2016. But will there be a 3-1 comeback? Not with the way they're playing basketball. Because Miami's season looking like nothing but a
Failure.
because what they eating tonight?
Fresh hot ales. 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 Fresh hot ales.
Fresh hot ales. Get your lemons out.
It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose.
You lose. Pack them boys up, man. Pack them boys up. It's over, man. Pack them boys up. Party done. Game over. Couldn't get themselves a W. Come on, man. Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here. For Miami, their only thing that they could probably look at and say, man, I have hope, is the fact that back 7 years ago, when it was Cleveland and Golden State went up 3-1, nobody, and I mean nobody, had faith in the Cavs to walk into Golden State and walk away with a W, and somehow the Cleveland ended up going in Golden State and dominating the doggone Warriors, then went on to go and dominate the Warriors in Game 6, and then had a fucking classic of a Game 7. But again, Miami ain't fucking Cleveland from 2016, despite the fact that you have Kevin Love on the squad, and Kevin Love ain't Kevin Love from back then. So one way or another, if nobody has confidence in Miami, I can't blame you. Do I have confidence in Miami? If they come out attacking the basket, then I do. But if they play the same way they've been playing, ain't no way you about to pull out a historic comeback, period. That's all I got to say about that. Whoa, no, it's not Duncan Robinson in the third. It's not a problem. Starting Duncan Robinson is not a problem. Duncan Robinson is at least somebody who's willing to go and attack. I want dogs. At the end of the day, I want dogs. Black Freakazoid said Cleveland had dogs on their team. Miami don't. Correct. Exactly. You want to know somebody who's supposed to be a dog? Jimmy Butler, but that man ain't no fucking dog. Right now, the only fucking dog that's on Miami is, surprisingly enough, Duncan Robinson. Him and Kevin Love this game played like a dog. That's the only people who's out there willing to go out there and play doggone basketball, man. Jimmy Jordan Butler needs a Pippen if he wants to win. No, it's not Jimmy Jordan Butler. Just call him Jimmy Butler. Don't call him Himmy. Don't call him nothing. 3-point shots? No. I've already stated this. We talked about this ad nauseum. You ain't going to win games if you're not being aggressive. You can't watch that Miami game and be like, man, you know what? Yo, if Jimmy just had help. What you mean if Jimmy just had help? Did Jimmy play like a motherfucker who did everything that he could? Fuck no, he didn't. Bam Adebayo not trying to dunk every possession. He over here, we float a poppy. Come on, man. Pack them boys up. If you not willing to everybody under the... I would love... This is what I would love to see. If Miami only took 12 threes next game. Let's say right now, how many field goals did they take for this game? This game, they took a total of 77 field goals. If they took 80 shots, 12 shots from 3, and every attempt that they take is at the rim, whether they win or lose, I could sleep fine. Because that shows you're at least aggressive. Bruce Brown entered the game, and all he did outside of wide open threes, all he did was attack the basket. Christian Brown, a rookie, checks into the game every game of the NBA Finals. Any shot attempt he gets, he attacks the basket. Miami, what we about to do? We standing at the 3-point line. Come on, man. Pack them boys up. Come on, man. Pack them boys up. Let's go down the doggone supers that done came in. C. Nile put 50 on it. I appreciate you, brother. Said, this is embarrassing. This ain't coming back to Miami. With the way they playing, it's not. Braylon put 2 on. Said, hold these Nuggets. Miami, ain't that the truth? Elise put 2 on and said, is Spoelstra's job in trouble if the Heat lose? No, it is not. He is secure. He is secure. Matthew also put another 10 on it. Following the 20, he said, got to go inside, left to right. Then you make a 3. Never before then. I agree. Because, like I stated time and time again, Miami's best offensive philosophy that has worked in every single series to get to this point has been attack the basket so much to the point that the defense truly doesn't give a fuck about the 3 because they have to stop you from getting inside. Then you have somebody wide open, or you have a trailer that'll get you a bucket. This is all they did. That's literally all they did. Because look at it like this, right? And whenever somebody says, oh, but Denver's defense, How did Miami beat Milwaukee then? Oh, well, Giannis got hurt. Giannis came back, right? And Miami still did the same shit. Brook Lopez could not be guarded. He was blocking shit left and right. Giannis could not be guarded. And still, what did Miami do? Attack the basket. Attack the basket. Is Milwaukee not a better defensive team than Denver? Especially on the interior? That's what doesn't make sense to me. Do the same thing that worked against Milwaukee. Literally do the same thing. Defensively is one thing. That's one thing. But all Miami did when they attacked Milwaukee was attack the basket. Against the Knicks, attack the basket. Against the Celtics, the first 3 games, attack the basket. It just doesn't make sense. No, Milwaukee did have a dumb coach, but the dumb coach was what they were doing more offensively than it was defensively. I'm talking solely defensively. Understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's bad Denver or whatever the case is. I have constantly kept the knife on the epidermis of the Miami Heat because it's more Miami playing stupid than it is Denver playing so overwhelmingly good. Like the untrained eye in basketball will watch the game and be like, man, Denver just out-talent them. Denver out-hustle. Miami's into... What is Heat culture? What is the Heat culture? The Heat culture is hustle. The Heat culture is having that dog in you. The Heat culture is not quitting. The Heat culture is attacking. The Heat haven't played the Heat culture. That's on you, not on the not on the opposing team. That's solely on you. I'm not making excuses for Miami. I'm pointing the finger at Miami. That's legit. That's legit what it is. Denver attacking. Bruce Brown come in. He attacking. Christian Brown come in. He attacking. Jeff Green old, but shit, he attacking. Joker's going to do what he going to do. Murray going to do what he do. Michael Porter had his best game since game 1 in this game. Aaron Gordon, he doing what he got to do. But if you Miami, you got to do what you got to do, and you didn't. That's why you got cooked. Javon said the Celtics fans blame Mazzulla for the piss-poor performance from the players. It's not his fault the Celtics are inconsistent. Here's the thing. Here's the only problem I had with Mazzulla. Mazzulla didn't know how to call his timeouts. He would let Miami go on crazy runs, and he didn't call timeouts. Truly, I put that on him. But for the Celtics, Grant Williams, although I chastised him, he actually played very quality minutes. And when he came into the game, he increased the energy, and they played very good. Derek White was a fucking problem. He was a dog the whole fucking series, right? Rob Williams played convenient minutes. Anytime that he came in, he did all right. Horford was so up and down, but then you can't expect too much from Horford. Tatum, the issue was in the fourth quarters, he disappeared. And then Jaylen Brown, they did a you, me style of basketball, and that's why they ended up getting eliminated. But Miami did everything that they could to give the series away and then, let it go to 7. And then all of a sudden in 7, they remembered how to play basketball. So nevertheless, here it is. Skylar said Joker appears to have injured his right ankle. Maybe he have a chance now. He injured his right ankle, came back into the game, and still was cooking them. I don't want to hear that. Now, granted, he had adrenaline, but regardless, whatever the case may be, he's going to be fine. They got 2 days off. They off for the weekend. They back on Monday. Joker's going to be fine. Joker's going to be just fine. Joker's going to be just fine. The only chance that Miami has, is if they go into Game 5 and all they're doing is this. Knuckles to the glass. Layups. That is their only chance. If they play from within the paint out, they win. They play from outside the paint in, they lose. That's all that's got to be said about them. Black Freakazoid said that Miami lost their last 4 home games in the finals by 12 plus. Crazy, right? It's a shame. Dudes ought to be ashamed of themselves. Sierra said, remember when we were so excited about the finals because of their ability to come back from crazy deficit? Where are they? Again, shit, they ain't here. And you know what's funny? same thing that happened in Game 3 is the same thing that happened in Game 4 when Miami is trying to do that fourth quarter furious comeback. Same situation. You cut it down from double digits down to 9. You cut it down from double digits down to 5, or I should say 6, with the opportunity to cut it underneath 5. The ball's in Bam Adebayo's hands. And what happens? I'm going to try a floater. I'm going to try a jump shot. All of the momentum is pushing. The crowd is going fucking crazy, ballistic. Attack the basket. Attack the basket. Nah, I'm going to try a floater. I'm going to try a jumper. I wish I could sit in on the film study for when they break down the game. If nobody's throwing clipboards, if nobody getting in people's faces, y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Your unwillingness to be aggressive, that's what's going to cost you. It is what it is. Marquis said, thank you, Chiseled, for tonight. God bless you. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Javon said, you agree with everything, but the Celtics did the same thing last year that Miami did this season, literally trying to give the series away. No, yes, but the Celtics, the problem was the massive turnovers. And if you really look at the Celtics, that's just their brand of basketball. They will turn the doggone basketball over like a motherfucker. Jason Tatum had 100 turnovers. 100 turnovers. That's crazy. Right? The Celtics just play sloppy basketball, but their star power is so fucking overwhelming that they've been able to go out there and win. Miami's unwillingness to be aggressive, that's what cost them. Like Boston would have leads and they would throw their leads away. Miami would literally have squads go on runs and they're like, oh, wait a minute, yo, we playing basketball, and try to come back in the fourth every time. Like it's like a reverse. Nightmare Assassin said, Miami, let's lose in the finals so we could get Dame time. Even if they won in the finals, they would still make a move for Dame time. Like it's not like you win with this squad. Like, man, we got to bring them back. We're going to run it back. That's retarded. What about the Suns? The Suns for who? It's ridiculous. Strus was so unplayable tonight. Now Highsmith will get minutes. No, it's not. Those minutes are going to go allocated to Tyler Hero. I know Strus is like a flex at the 2 to the 4 or whatever, but those minutes are going to go to Tyler Hero. If Tyler Hero don't play in that Game 5, I don't know what the hell that Miami doing. Get Strus off the floor, bro, because Strus is not only picking up bad fouls, not only is it bad fouls, he's not really playing any particular kinds of defense. And then, to make matters even worse, he's not even hitting shots. Scoreless again? Come on now. Scoreless again? That ain't going to help you. That is not going to help you. You'll never play winning basketball like that. I want to see Duncan Robinson start. Fuck all that. Gabe had 2, and Gabe got in foul trouble too. Gabe got in foul trouble too, to the point that he didn't play any particular minutes like that in the second half. He was just foul trouble Poppy. Strus sleeper agent for Denver. I don't know about all that, but he's going to get paid by somebody. They need a hero without question. Starting backcourt with 2 points. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Pack them boys up, man. Pack them boys up. Motherfuckers did not attack whatsoever, bro. Let me see if Jimmy Butler has a let me pull up Jimmy Butler's statistics right now. Let me pull up Jimmy Butler's statistics right now. Let me pull up Jimmy Butler's statistics right now, just so you have an idea of what I'm talking about as it pertains to aggressiveness. I'll pull up Jimmy Butler's statistics right now for this playoffs, right? I'll open up the career playoffs, but it is what it is, right? If I go from the free throw line, right? This is what he shot in the free throw line in the playoffs. He shot 8 free throws, and this isn't makes. This is just free throw shots, attempts, right? This is the playoffs. 8, 10, 3, 18, 9. 4 games, you're over at least 8 free throw attempts in the series against Milwaukee. When he played against the Knicks, 11, 11, 9, 11, 11. Attempts, right? Against Boston, 10, 3, 7, 12, 6, 14, 2. The 14 came in game 6 when they started to actually show up there. And game 4, they let that game get away from them, but he actually was somewhat aggressive. Here we are in the finals. 0, 5, 6, and then tonight, 9. Look at the averages for the other series. 8, 10, 18, 9, 4 times out of 5 games. 11, 11, 9, 11, 11. Over, at least averaging like 10, 11 free throws in that series. Against Boston, 10, 3, 7, 12, 6, 14, 2. You don't notice there's a shift there? All the way down to what? 0, 5, 6, 9. You don't think there's a difference? That doesn't seem interesting to you? That don't seem interesting to you? You start out the playoffs, attack, and then all of a sudden, yeah, we ain't doing that no more. Ain't that interesting? Ain't that interesting? How much picks can you get for Bam? Fuck the picks. You got to trade for players. Like, there's a reason why I say what I say as it pertains to the aggressiveness. You'll never win games like that. Brutal. They ought to be ashamed of themselves, man. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Oh, wow. You can actually make the chat room solely off of the donation. Interesting. I didn't know this. I wonder if it changes on the screen. No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. Does it switch on the screen? No, I don't think it does. Miami needs to blow up. No, they definitely will, because they're not going to keep the same squad. Gabe Vincent's going to go somewhere else. Max Strus is going to go somewhere else because people are going to try to pay them. I forget what the other. Oh no, the chat doesn't change. I think with the fan funding, it just shows me. Let me take a look at. I know Kyle Lowry has another year. Duncan Robinson contract. Oh no, he signed that after the NBA Finals. He signed that $75 million. No, that $90 million deal for 5 years. Yeah, so he's still under contract. So Duncan Robinson will be there returning. Caleb Martin will be returning, but they ain't getting nowhere with this squad. At least as it pertains with the way that they playing, this squad not coming back. No, Caleb Martin's going to be back for one more year unless they trade him. Caleb Martin's going to be back for one more year unless they trade him. Spoelstra trying to make sure he the next good coach to get fired. No, Spoelstra's never going to get fired from Miami. Spoelstra's never going to get fired from Miami. He's going to have to step down. They'll never fire him. He's going to have to step down. Hero's still there as well, but then he's a tradable asset because his injuries left and right. I wouldn't be surprised if Miami makes a move. Like if they were to trade for like Lillard or something like that, they most likely would include Hero in the package. Matthew put 5 on it. Says supposed to just have a bounty like Greg Williams. Whoever jumps the most peeps gets $50K chain. Shit, might as well. That's what they need to do. Somebody's going to have to be willing to fight. That's their only way. I would say start the game with Haslam and have Haslam rush have him rush Aaron Gordon or some shit like that, bruh. That's their only chance. I would love to see Adonis Haslam go out there and play minutes because I promise you he's at least going to play hard. He may be a liability, but at least he's going to go out there and play hard. You see a motherfucker who just turned 43 today. It was Haslam's birthday today, and they took a huge L. Pain for him. Pain for him. Pack them boys up, man. Pack them boys up. Green Wolf for 5 on said tough loss on the Heat. I thought we had a chance once Joker got 5 fouls. I still have faith though. My first live game since I was 9 or 10. Listen, I feel the same way. And the only reason why I say I have faith in Miami is when they attack, they can go blow for blow with Denver. Literally, when they attack, that's when the game is back and forth and they go on runs. Look at every single 7-0 run that Miami's gone on. It starts with somebody attacking the basket. But for whatever reason, they just don't stay consistent with it. I don't know. Do I believe that they have an opportunity? Yes, but if they're gonna play the style of basketball where they're not attacking the basket, then pack them boys up. Because I'm not gonna sit over here and think, man, that Miami has no chance to even come back or even win a game against Denver. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I believe it's more bad Miami than it is good Denver. But it is what it is. Yeah, it was Haslam and Jovic's birthday. They share the same birthday. So the oldest man and the youngest man have the exact same birthday, bro. But it is what it is. Ghostface said he'll catch you in the next stream. Peace out. Yes, indeed. I'm about to head out myself. But nevertheless, I hope you guys appreciated the doggone stream. Went live here in Atlanta. I was supposed to be out at a party, but I said, man, fuck that. We going live for the doggone game. I'm glad that I decided to go and spend this here time with you guys one way or another. Huge L for Miami here in Miami. 2 straight games at home. They took a huge L. They ought to be ashamed of the situation. But do I believe that they'll retire Haslam jerseys? Absolutely they will. Absolutely they will. One way or another, we shall see what transpires in Game 5. Opportunity for Denver to close out the series on their home floor. But I have been your host, founder, and chairman of Hold My Nuggets Incorporated, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. You guys have yourselves a good night. I'm going to go down to the gym and get a little workout in before I go to sleep. Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.